Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar. Chapter 3, Episode 2, Preparations and Travel. We shall begin, as we always do, with introductions, beginning with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Taldarius, and I will be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I will be playing the allies, I will be playing the enemies, and I will be playing everything in between, except for our player characters, who I'm going to go ahead and leave with the question this week of, what is your character's favorite genre of music? And to kick it off, let's go with Argus.
Hi, I'm Aurum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat tyrant. And favorite genre? Probably pop, like the peppy, the really peppy electro music. Like Firefly, if that tells you what I mean.
Also, just real quick, everyone, please make sure to mention your typing.
Oh, I'm a dragon rock type.
Yeah, because we have a couple variants in here, so, you know. Everyone just say your typings.
I'm just a regular tyrant.
And then next would be me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Understood. Greetings all. I am Arzadeu, and I play Azris, the off-color jangmo-o, who's he's just dragon type. He's nothing too special besides just being off-colored. As for the question, tribal music.
Very fitting.
It's the only genre of music he knows.
That's fair. That's why I said it was very fitting.
Dart?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sid, and I play Dart, the Steel Ground Rockruff. As for favorite genre of music, I feel like Dart would be a really big fan of trance EDM. Kind of that,
interesting choice.
You know, very much the high energy, but kind of zone you out, allow you to focus kind of music.
Hello everyone, I am Zim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type rockruff. As for his favorite genre, I think the genre would be folk. I imagine that he'd like to hear local music from around the world, the more traditional kind of music.
On to me?
Yep.
Okay. I am Colada. I play Jolene in a regional variant of milcery that is the normal fairy typing, but a little different in coloration. As for the type of music she would listen to, it might surprise you, but it's not country, though she doesn't dislike it. She would prefer metal. Probably heavier metal.
Interesting.
And now the cute one.
Hi, I am Aviating Wolf. You can call me Avi, and I play as Vector, the Flying Water Rockruff. And for Vector, probably either indie rock or sock. Gotta love that energy.
Sock?
Yeah, SK sock, SKA. You know, I don't know if anyone listens to sock.
I don't listen to ska. But I know
ska. Yeah, that was good.
Oh, I was just immediately thinking, socks.
No.
I mean, you are a dog and you like socks, but
No, sock like the music genre.
all right. So, anyways, we'll go and move on to the recap with Vector.
Yes. Last time on Starlight New Dawn, we started off where we left off in the training area, and later we actually it took a while, but Dart was able to climb out of the hole with his claws, and he doesn't know how he did it, but he does it. And then and then later, a puppy pile has ensued in the training area, and while during our shenanigans was happening there, we were Raphael was talking about the typing and essentially helping the team discover more about themselves and maybe who they are. And then later, Vector finally learning what happened when he ate that candy, and it was very very bad for him. Later, Jet, we were while the team was at the training camp, Jet was making his way back, to the town, and later kind of met up with Miss Simmers, and while poisoned and trying to get back to safety as well, and Miss Simmers
Actually,
was
he-
able to. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He
Go
met
ahead. Sorry,
he
sorry.
met up with Doc.
Oh, met up with Doc. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Met up with Doc, and was able to. And I believe they were able to. They treated the poison. I believe. Correct. Wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was more he was trying to
Um,
run away, but then got caught in the trap, so that's why he wound up going back.
Yeah. And then later, the team decided to go and look for Jet, and while Jet, and then while we were trying to look for Jet kind of sneaks off, and Vector and Dart they had to go after them or after him. It took a while. I believe we went to they decided to try out the inn, and well, they decided to check out the attic, and after a few forceful tackles onto the wood planks, we were able to we were able to find Jet, and some pep talks has been assumed was we had to we gave Jet a pep talk, and and then sooner or later while that was happening, so Argus, I believe Argus, Azareth, and Shade, they were at the and Jolene. While they were in their group, they were still in the brewery. They were exploring, and Argus got a notebook. Azareth and Shade, they did some shopping, and I think that's where we left off. I believe. If I'm missing anything, let me know.
Specifically, they hadn't really gone shopping. It was more about finding a route using the map that was in the.
Gotcha. But yeah, I think that's everything. I believe.
If you just missed one thing, Vector cute.
I knew it was coming.
The moment he said that, it was so predictable.
Also,
But apparently
puppy type.
not to Vector. Also, everybody, tonight we do kind of have a special guest. Whiskers is doing some art.
Oh, that's true.
Whiskers
Hi,
is getting.
Whiskers.
There you go, Whiskers. They wrote hi on screen.
Yeah, well, they were all H. Quickly erases hi.
Very silly.
Alright.
Boy.
So yeah. Taldarius, take us away. Set the scene.
Yes, I believe that we are going to start with the Rockruff Brigade, who is now currently going to be going downstairs at the inn. You've just gotten done convincing Jet that he, should come out that he should stay with the group, at least for now, and, well, the world awaits.
We're ready to take on the world. Opens up the door of chaos. Maybe not. Closes the door.
Yeah, no, I think it does seem like a really nice night to stay by the fire here.
Talk about more feelings. But yes, we're walking down the steps.
Yep. Tap, 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 tap.
There is a slight wind that's coming through the building as a result of the the slashes that were through it. Although it's a little bit stronger lower to the ground than it was up top. It was just more of like a lazy drift up top, and then down four. It's like not very often, but occasionally there's just enough of a breeze that you can feel it.
You know, I gotta say, slicing rain would be so... It would be easy to fix, but would be difficult to make look good.
Yeah.
Because it's like, a hole in the wall. You get a big hole blasted through the wall. Okay, you replace that whole section of wall. Whereas the slicing rain, there's just this very fine line that's been sliced all the way through. And it's like, you can fix that easily, sure, but...
Well, it depends about if it hit anything load-bearing or not.
True. Anyways, random side tangent.
Yeah, if it hit anything load-bearing, you'd have to basically try and do the full thing.
Random side tangent aside.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say walking down the steps, so Dart's just gonna be walking down the steps with probably a slightly heavier thud.
I'm gonna say that Jet said that in character, even though I didn't do his voice. Just idle observation as he's walking down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're used to it.
I don't know if I'd ever get used to weather like that.
Look, I'm not focused on the weather. I'm still getting used to this. Dart says, holding up paw.
In due time. And Vector's just uses kind of like Vector's just kind of like happily tapping down, tapping his way down. Just like, yeah, it's like I'm just imagining, just like look at the beans, just staring at the beans, just like maybe even just like squishing his own like little cheeks with the beans.
While Vector is being absolutely adorable, I do just want to take the chance to remind all of you guys that there was previously mentioned that they have not had this in quite a while, likely as a result of the Guildmaster's Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Dart's thoughts are still going to be focused on the beans.
Yep. Just felt like that bared mentioning.
Alright, so yeah. Walking down, walking out. I don't know if there's anything that's happening or anything.
Nope, it was just more waiting for you guys to actually say if you were going to walk outside or if you were going to do anything in here.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think I'm gonna start walking out.
Yep, we're gonna
Still,
walk back
Yep.
to the house.
All right.
still tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
As you walk outside, though, you do see that there is an Argus nearby, as well as a Blaze, who's just with the cart.
Argus?
Because he got the, remember he got the notebook from the supply thing?
Right,
That's
I
right
forgot.
next to the inn.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, remember I started writing down all of the type matchups we know
Yes.
Good.
to prove the
Wow.
puppy
Well,
type.
no.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
Yep, so Argus is, like, right there.
Oh, hello, Argus. I wasn't expecting you to be out here.
Oh, I had to get a book, an empty book, because I need to write my own book.
What for?
I'm jotting down all of the type things we know, so we know what everyone's weak to and what we're strong to, and so I can prove that puppy type is a real type, because everyone keeps telling me it's not.
Dart's gonna tilt his head a bit.
See, I have here that like you don't get the shockies from the electric type, and I resist the shockies, but the water or the flying, I'm not sure which yet, is weak to the shockies, and like how the dragons are the weak to the cold because I got really cold in the snow, and how dragons are weak to the daggers because anytime there was a dagger, I got hurt a lot.
Jet is tilting his head to the side as well.
I think it's important because if types are a thing, then we need to know what types are good against each other. So I'm writing them all down.
Yeah, that actually would be quite useful. Though I do know he is like just kind of like remembering the candy. Ugh. That did not taste good. Well, okay, maybe it was okay, but but it did hurt.
As a storm cloud forms above Jet.
I'm sorry. It's not your fault.
And
You
he's
didn't
trying
know.
to do a
Explain it
nice
to Jet.
thing.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Jet. And we didn't know. Nobody knew.
None of us knew. It's
But-
fine.
But now we know because I wrote it down.
Yeah.
But I
God,
would
this is looking
pro-
good.
But I would probably say, Argus, maybe best focus on documenting the type matchups that we know exist as opposed to trying to prove something that everyone says doesn't exist.
Well, I'm doing that too. If I have to know what types do exist so I can prove that the puppy type is its own type. So I have to know what all the type matchups are. Shade gave me the idea.
Oh.
Then where is Shade now?
He was waiting outside the step thing, and then he went with I think he went with Azure to check on Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
But Blaze is right here.
Blaze is gonna wave a little bit. Yeah, they went over into the into the guild building for a little bit. Something about a map?
Well, I suppose we should probably look for them as opposed to letting things be split up. But what do you all say?
Aren't we already split up?
Yes, but we're trying to be less split up.
Well, you guys ran off, thus splitting us up. We were all together at first.
Dart's gonna facepalm.
It was only for a moment.
We just had some things to discuss, or at least start discussions. Let's walk to the guild hall before I permanently imprint this paw in my face. And Dart's going to start walking towards the guild hall.
All right.
Hey.
As you peek your head inside the guild hall, you see that Shade and Azrith are currently going over a map. It's kind of been like, you know, it's been fairly disturbed, and it looks like the place has been opened up for a good little while, but you know, both of them are in fact just there. Shade is kind of like half in, half out of the room, kind of sticking about as close as he can to not being in it, while still, you know, having things.
Is anyone else with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
Cool.
E.
That's where you two are.
Yeah, Jet's stuck with you, by the way.
Alright. Hey guys, yeah, we were looking at a map. No one else really wanted to go with him, and I figured, well, I still don't know what happened with Silly Putty and all that, so better not to let people wander off by themselves randomly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's still going to be I assume that there's still going to be a threat. But yeah, they haven't. I mean, like, I don't think anyone noticed or told us about it so far. So we could probably assume that they just bolted for now.
They're probably gone. If we're being honest, by the time we hear something, it's probably too late. Sleep Buddy's done something. But hey, at least we know how to get back to Starlight.
That's beneficial.
Yeah.
Starlight.
Yeah, we can go back and fix everything there that's broken. I'm pretty sure it's broken. It's probably really broken. Hey, did you know about railroads? I didn't know about them till recently.
I know you talked about Starlight, but I guess this would be kind of Victor's just like, oh, he's just kind of like shrugging.
Right.
So, Starlight is where we wound up first. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it home. It's probably the closest thing that we have to one. Simply because it was the most welcoming place that we came to, at least until the Alabaster Gleam came in.
I see. Well, I Victor just kind of takes a deep breath. Well, I assume that we got pretty much everything we done here, I suppose. And I mean, there's kind of like Victor's like kind of like trying to take a peek at the map as well as.
Yeah. I mean, it's just laying on the floor, so.
Oh, is it?
Azrith isn't hiding it. Why would he want to hide it?
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like if it was like
floor.
it's being crowded, but yeah, no worries. Oh, but yeah, like Victor's like, well, it would be fun it would be a lot of fun to check out this new place. It's a new place, and also that, I mean, there's so much to this world, and maybe we'll be able to find our answers out there as well, Dart.
Yeah, and it's more importantly for the interim the next place we know that needs help.
Hmm.
We were driven, for the most part, from Starlight by the Alabaster Gleam. So, hopefully, they use the same playbook there and either A, are still there, which we can hopefully rinse and repeat, or probably they've already gotten what they need and have left Starlight in a relatively intact status.
We will have to see. Well, sitting here thinking about it isn't going to do anything, I suppose.
Well, I mean, it kind of will, but first,
Okay.
you guys don't exactly have a lot of supplies.
Hmm. Right. Victor
Yeah,
kind of like scratches his head.
food is important.
Especially after all we've been through.
Oh yeah. That is very fair. Very, very fair. And I suppose the journey is not a rather quick one, is it?
Yeah, it's a couple days.
It
Be a
took
lot
us
quicker
a
if we
while to
could-
get here.
Well, yeah, but you guys were moving with a. You mentioned a caravan, right? Like there was a big caravan.
We didn't move with them.
We had only one Pulgo.
We had 2 Pulgos. One was kind of a rough draft.
Right. It's a wagon. That's what I was referring to. The big one.
The caravan we interacted with was a very short-lived interaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They tried to
Very-
kill us.
Yeah, they weren't very welcoming to outsiders, so
Yeah,
when weird stuff started happening, we got blamed very quickly.
sorry, I just kind of
It's not your fault.
Hector decided to drop in.
Dart face pawing again, literally.
yeah.
Right into their tent.
Azros is shaking.
I get the feeling that when you say decided to, it wasn't exactly much of a decision.
Pretty much.
As much as it was my decision to go for a swim. Asleep.
Mhm.
So yeah, we they did let us borrow one of their wagons, and by them I mean Blaze decided to let us take it, even though probably didn't have the authority to. But hey, it's better than us pulling a bunch of sleds.
Right, technically, didn't Blaze want to, like, leave and do their own thing at some point?
This is true.
I believe he wanted to come with us to Starlight.
To Starlight. Yeah, he wanted to join a rescue team.
Technically, couldn't he join ours when everything's settled? Because technically, we still have to get, Vector part of the team and Amos too?
No, we need to get Dart part of the team officially. Dart and Vector, the rest of us are all part of the team.
Right.
And Shade. We need to adopt Shade too.
I have yet to. I kind of just tagged along.
Yeah, because for all intents and purposes, we're stowaways.
Pretty much.
Also, I just want to make this, I'm probably going to form, like, an associated team, because you guys are rather full. You got, like, a lot of people with you.
We have
The more the
1,
merrier.
2. I don't think that's good when you're trying to go out. Large groups can be like encumbering. Something hunting packs best smaller? Not too large, right number? Maybe?
Okay, so what I was also gonna refer to is that, you know, big groups are also generally pretty noticeable. And also kind of frowned upon.
Oh, I guess you could say strength in numbers.
I kind of see where Shade's coming from. The more people we have, the more
Attention, I suppose.
Hey,
moving
look,
parts to coordinate.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah,
why they
yeah.
let people make things like associated teams, where, like, on record, still be a part of your team, but, like, in practice, go off and do own thing.
I probably would say this is stuff that's best to figure out once we get back to Starlight, because I think for the time being, since we don't have the best idea where the Alabaster Gleam ran off to, probably not best to have small targets to, be picked off. We're probably safer as a large group for the time being before we move on to whatever Starlight Guild stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna need a proper briefing on that when we get there, because my briefing was an existential crisis in a mirror before waking up on Amos's back.
Didn't we
To
also,
be
like...
on,
Go on, sorry.
to be honest, we don't really have much. Like, they're just. We just kinda got there, got immediately accused of stealing the guild master's gems. We managed to track down who did. I can't exactly blame them for blaming us, because, newcomers that they welcomed in, they didn't know us yet, but still, kinda hurts. Anyways, yeah, it was kinda just the, we didn't have time to figure things out. When we got back, it turned out a week had passed somehow, and the gleam was already there. I wish I could give you more, but
Well, we can compare notes on the journey back, but I think from the sounds video, probably would be best to focus on the actual journey and then use the journey as the downtime to,
Hey, shouldn't we go
share
get
notes.
supplies?
I agree.
don't
Because I know I have...
require money.
Azra
Yeah.
says as he's pulling out his bag of coins that lands on the ground with a jingle.
Oh, good, I was hungry.
No. I got pie with this. I want more pie. We're getting pie
Argus-
for the team.
Argus is just looking in his bag sadly.
So, I'm barely the expert.
Actually-
Shade's more the expert.
Jet's running out of the building. Over to the wagon.
Alright. What are you grabbing from the wagon?
One thing that he made sure to pack away with us. It was a large bar of shiny yellow metal, which was very heavy and difficult for them to carry. Like, very, very difficult. And he'll return, struggling to carry that.
Is that a snack for Dart?
No, I'm not sure what it is, but I don't know. It just feels like maybe we can trade it.
Azrith would sniff it.
He is visibly panting from carrying it. Oh, we didn't set it up so we can't see. We can see your rolls, just so you know, Taldarius.
All right. That is Shade rolling an appraise check. If any of you would like to roll an appraise check, you also could.
A what check?
Appraisal. Specifically, this would be mind, something, expertise, and appraisal.
Mind, logic, appraisal.
Works for me.
Mind, logic, appraisal. Would mine be right? I could do soul.
Okay. Whew.
What are you viewing?
I pulled up the tab for Jet's sheet, and it was empty, and I'm like, Oh
no.
Who's Jet?
Oh, right. Anyways, yeah. Appraisal. I am gonna go with cunning.
All right.
Wait, would have lore worked? Nah, lore would not have worked.
No, it's appraisal.
I am going to willpower that.
All right, go ahead.
That's better. That's
Indeed it
much
is.
better.
That's a lot of 7.
8.
All right. As for Azrith, you definitely know that it's some sort of metal, and it's probably valuable-ish, maybe. For Dart, you would realize that, oh, hey, this is actually, it's ringing a little bit of a bell. It's something called gold, and it's generally valuable. It looks like it's the same sort of stuff that some of the coins you've seen is made out of. And, Jet, as you are continuing to inspect it, it's... would you mind giving me a very small description of how you're, like, looking it over?
I mean, for him, he literally was just tasting it because he was carrying it in his mouth. And then otherwise, he also, sniffs at it, looks it over.
All right.
Kind of claws at it slightly, gently.
All right. While you were carrying it in your mouth, just to get it over here, you could have swore that you felt something, but at looking at it, like some sort of texture, but when you look at it, you don't really see any sort of texture. So, you poke and prod a little bit, trying to figure out exactly what it is that you felt. And, written so very finely that it doesn't really, show up to the naked eye, but can be felt, is a thing that you could swear says is a 1,000 gold bar.
Oh. Actually, while I was carrying it, and he's gonna try and turn it over to reveal the text, though. I know you said that it's not visible, but he
Yeah.
still tries to turn it to face that. Well, I can't really see it, but I swear it's got text on it. Dart, put your tongue here. Don't eat it.
Excuse me?
Or I guess he'll actually hold up his paw instead and push it onto the spot. Can you feel it with the beam?
You can ever so slightly now that you realize that it's there.
Okay, I guess this is a better way. Put your paw here.
Okay.
Yeah. You kind of have to move your paw back and forth a little bit in order to feel the texture and then get a feel for it. It's not deeply stamped. It's very, very lightly there.
Move back and forth.
Dart's just gonna pull his paw away, just get to the point.
Well, I think it's worth 1,000.
$1,000 what?
Gold.
Might I suggest we bring this to someone who actually knows what they're looking at?
Probably
Sure,
a good
gold is
idea.
valuable, but, we don't know what that's worth here.
Well, we know 10 of it kept somebody quiet.
Well, he wanted more originally, but, Yeah. Yeah.
11 of it.
Oh, 11 of it. Okay.
Oh my gold.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
which is kind of why he accepted that, because you kind of mentioned that it was all that you had. Maybe if we're trying to bribe someone in the future, don't say that that's all of your money.
Well, I wasn't thinking that people would, abuse me emotionally like that.
I don't think it counts as emotional abuse.
They abuse my sincerity.
Look, if you care that much about it, I'll give you 11 gold at some point. That's maybe a job or two.
Wait, really? We could make that much?
Yeah, I mean, gold isn't... I mean, okay, look. If you're just, making random shit and doing random shit, gold isn't exactly, the most common thing, but, a gold could last you, a pretty good amount of time. If you're doing something dangerous like guild work, as you might guess, it's actually pretty dangerous, you kind of get paid a fair bit to do it. So, risk your life, make bank. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you wanted to make that much gold, you could also, Bippin mentioned that you could go down into ruins and try and find some artifacts or whatever. Generally, they're worth a fair bit.
I like this idea.
I like that one too. It sounds less dangerous.
Yeah, you'd think so. Ruins are generally not completely uninhabited. Something ghost Pokemon 15 stories.
Wait, others like me?
Oh, yeah.
Other
Supposedly
dead
there's...
Pokemon?
No, you're a ghost type. You're not technically dead. I mean, look, okay, you kind of are, but you're not.
You're not
Just
making
don't think
any
about
sense.
it too much. Just don't think about it too much. Look, all I'm saying is that apparently there's, like, groups that go around and try and make it safer, but it's not exactly, you know... Again, very dangerous job. So, if you go into a ruin that has the protections from... Oh, crap, what was their name? Order of the... I think it was Order of the Forgast or something like that. Likely are is that it's already been picked over for the most valuable things. But if you go into one that hasn't been, well, a lot of danger, but most possible treasure.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I guess, maybe don't hang out with people that are in the Order of the Forgast, because they tend to not like ghosts. And, yeah. But back to the point, I guess that's worth a lot. I don't know. It's not exactly in my wheelhouse here. I guess... I don't know, we could always go to a general store or something and see what it's worth.
Or is Bippin around, or someone who has a little bit of authority?
Bippin's been here and there, but yeah, I guess we could try and find him. And...
Actually, that sounds like probably the best idea is bring Bippin with us. I'm sure he wouldn't try and, you know, mess with us, right?
Nah, Bippin generally doesn't mess with people. He just generally makes awful jokes and tells extremely long stories.
So we'll get a story about the gold.
Oh, so he might know where it came from. Ooh. Let's bring Bippin. Where is he?
You might know where more is, too.
Look, Bippin may be semi-retired. I don't think he'd completely give up, like, knowledge of gold stashes if it's apparently worth so much. But I guess we could go try and find Bippin. Although, do you actually want to, like, go grab the rest of everyone first, or...
I think we should travel together.
Because, you know... I think Jolene is still a puddle back at Miss Shivers.
She's kind of always a puddle. She
No,
puddles
but I
around.
mean, like, you know, like, actively just a puddle. Like, in a corner.
I guess we can go get them.
Didn't she want to apologize?
She tried to, and a puppy ran away.
All right, let's just go ahead and grab him. This is. I get the
Taking so
feeling that
long.
this is going to be very sad if we don't, like, get a move on. So, in the interest of time, let's get a move on. And Shade is just going to start walking away. He has detected that there might be very emotional moments and feels, and is absconding.
Jet will follow.
Shade is edgy. He hides from emotion.
No, he's just, intentionally avoiding his own, so. Only the healthiest coping mechanisms in this party, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Only
the
the
hell.
healthiest.
Yeah. It is perfectly healthy running through a forest full of traps.
Yes.
I mean, you're healthy after it because you get to see the doctor.
Don't think that counts.
But yes, I guess because Werny couldn't make it, I'm just going to say that Amos is currently doing the nappy.
Amos is very
Nappy
tired. Very, very EP.
I wonder what could have happened last night that left Amos very tired.
Is there a sleepy type?
I wonder what could have happened. Could anyone hazard a guess?
Explosions?
No. It might have been something to do. I mean, it couldn't have been, but it might have something to do with Shade literally like yanking him up while he was about to go to sleep. Surely that couldn't be it, right? That couldn't.
Nah,
affect
that
his
can't.
schedule.
I vote that instead of Amos napping, he is flossing. Just, the dance.
Is dancing.
It's dancing.
While sleeping.
He is doing, yes. It's his,
You joke about this, but yeah.
it's his default animation.
Thanks, I hate it.
There was a glitch in the programming. It was supposed to be the napping animation, but instead they put in, the flossing dance.
That's very funny, but I am just going to say that, he's taking a nap.
What is the flossing?
Well, none of that was in character, so...
Smile.
I appreciate the effort, though. All right. The party finds Jolene. What is Jolene doing?
Sadly bubbling in a corner still. Well, seemingly muttering.
Jet is staying outside of the basement.
We're back!
I got the book and I'm writing down all our types.
Little bubble pop. That to show that attention has been drawn.
Don't think we have to announce our arrival and departure every single time.
But isn't it the nice thing to do to let them know we're here?
Maybe not with such vigor.
Mhm.
But. Okay, fine. Jingle, jangle down the stairs.
I was picturing that and then it almost killed me.
It almost killed you? Oh no. Oops.
Yeah, no, I started laughing and then it turned into a cough, which hurt. Just picturing it like a tambourine falling down the steps. Just every step is just ting 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 ting. Bunch of little tings. But yeah. Sad Jolene is now kind of less of a puddle, but watching the stairs. Let's to see who all is coming down.
I think our Azareth kind of announces our presence just by walking.
Maybe, but maybe he's in a good mood right now.
Mike stopped working for a minute. Okay. As Azareth is coming down the stairs, I don't know if anybody else is, but Jolene from corner just kind of, I guess, reforms is the right word. So, takes shape again and just says, "Hello, darling. Is everybody else is outside?"
They should be coming back in. Long story short, we're gonna go gather the supplies. We figured we should have everyone together. So, wanna tag along?
She's going to kind of like put a little nubbly to her hand as she's thinking. Then she's going to just kind of float over her while saying, "Sure, darling. Sitting and moping ain't gonna do me no good. But plus I've moped enough." Just gonna start floating there. Her look up the stairs and then back to her little corner, making sure she didn't forget her stuff. And then want to go up to see the others.
Dude's gonna give a little wave.
Jolene, you're up. What type are you?
Nubbly to the chin again, thinking. She told her type?
Food type?
I honestly can't remember if Doc had told her type or not.
Hey, look, I can already tell you she's fairy type. Exact opposite of me.
So
Exact
fairy
opposite.
type and anti-fairy type.
No, I'm called dark type, not fairy, anti-fairy.
Does that make sense?
And Argus is just writing down that dark is weak to emotion.
Only partially true.
Only partially true. You'll hear them listening to sad songs.
They're only weak to positive emotion. They're very good with negative.
Oh.
They're especially good at inflicting negative.
But okay. I missed some of what was being said because my roommate decided to barge in.
I was just talking about like dark types and the fact that they're weak to positive emotion.
Oh, okay.
Argus has written down that dark types are weak to emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotion.
But yeah,
Sounds about right.
as she's getting out proper, or making sure everyone's there, she's gonna like look in the direction and try and lock eyes with Jet. And if he doesn't immediately just turn his head away, is gonna start talking at him.
This is one of those times where it's like what I as a player want to do and what the character would do are very conflicting. But Jet would meet eyes for a moment before looking away.
Jolene's gonna like stop as she's starting to talk, put a nubbly to her hand, thinking for a second. Then she's gonna putter over a little closer and say, "Jet, darling, I know that you are most likely not very happy with me, and for good reason. But as I was trying to say before, I'd like to apologize. I was rather panicked, and I lashed out, and I shouldn't have. It is entirely my fault that I did not control my emotions, and I hope that you might eventually forgive me. You don't have to right away, of course, but I wanted to at least properly apologize."
Jet is going to sigh. He looks to be thinking for the moment. He's quiet for what seems like forever before he sighs again and just quietly says, "Thank you."
Jolene is gonna do well, I guess it's still considered a nod. But and say, "Of course, darling, I made a mistake, and I felt I should make sure to apologize. I will try and do better about keeping my emotions in check in the future. Not let panic control my reaction. And are you okay?"
Not really still, but we'll see where things go. I'm sorry I ran off everyone.
It's okay. We were just really concerned about you. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Just know there will be a puppy pile with you at the bottom later.
Okay, maybe you want to start running.
Argus, I mean, he said it. Wait. Hey, should we go get supplies before bad things happen?
Please.
Yeah, we probably should, yeah. But, first we gotta find Bippin if we want to actually convert that gold bar into
Where was
something
Bippin?
useful, probably.
Is Bippin sleeping or...
Nope.
Where did we last see? Did we last see him? You last saw where the village was, right? Or villagers?
Yep.
Which was by...
The old Alabaster Gleam encampment.
Alright.
Is he just gonna like stomp on it and stomp it into a coin?
Moving on, Azris is now walking up the stairs.
I suppose now we're all going to go and find Bippin.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Uh,
might have money for supplies.
As you guys go down the road, you do come across Bippin, who is staring very intently at a house that was hit by the slicing rain. He has not appeared to notice you, even though
Jolene.
there is a distinct jingle jangle.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Jolene is gonna, like, take a quick look at him, just make sure if he's actually awake, or if he has fallen asleep with his eyes open before she says, darling, Pippin, we had a question for you. At least I think they did. Waving her little nubbly
Yeah.
at him.
One. Just give me.
Are you fixing another house?
And then Bippin is going to raise up one of his one of his legs and lightly tap the house, as then the wood that makes up the house has a couple of things that go between the gap that the slicing rain caused and sort of pull it back together as it then fuses and looks pretty much brand new.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say he taps it and it falls over.
That's what I thought too.
I also thought that was what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's why
Everyone thought the
I
same thing.
intentionally phrased it like that, yeah. Because he just kind of bonk, and then it fixes itself.
Pippin is like anti-Amos. He unexplodes things.
Explodes them, yeah.
That was quite impressive, darling. What did you just do?
Well, wood is made of plant. And I'm a grass type.
Writing that down.
Chat, this has been your Wisdom of Bippin. Smile.
Wisdom of Bippin, yes.
Jet
You
kinda,
said you had something for me to look at?
Jet spits out the gold bar, kind of working his jaw for a moment. Yes, this.
Oh, where did you find that? That's, been a while since I've seen one like that.
We found it in some a ruin. Or rather, under the ground beneath the ruin. There were more, but we couldn't take them out.
Ah,
They're really heavy.
gold is heavy, yes. This one is worth, about 1,000, I'd say.
Wow.
1,000 gold coins.
Is that enough for supplies?
That'll be enough for a lot of supplies and plenty left over.
This plant is made of plants, so I can make the plant more plant again.
Basically. Yes, the floor is made out of floor.
Floor is made out
Dollars
of
and
floor.
sixes.
Moving on.
Yes.
Yes, because we are looking to check in on Starlight, and we need to get some supplies for the few days journey you'd be take over there.
It would be nice to, leave without having, It would be nice to leave with and travel without needing to scavenge for, supplies.
Do you want me to turn this into gold then?
I thought it was gold.
Well,
Wait, you
yes,
can
I
do
meant
that?
the coins.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to stomp it into coins?
No.
Is
and,
that a
they've been, like-
power you have like you did with the house here?
Is the gold made of grass too?
Bibbin is
No,
just
it's
gonna
plant.
hit the ground a little bit too, and then it like levels out a bit after a second, and he's just going to plop himself down, and a couple of vines are going to come out, grab out a bag from somewhere, and dump it upside down on the newly flattened ground as more and more coins that should not feasibly fit inside this bag just dump out. And as he gets a big enough pile, he blinks, inspects the bar, looks back at the pile. 1, moves a coin over to a new pile. 2,
Oh no.
3, 4, 5.
Jet's kind of
6.
looking over at Shade for help.
Shade is thoroughly enjoying himself.
Dart's just gonna curl up and just take a nap.
Argus is going to help by stacking the coins and stacks to 10 for Bippin.
Vector is just sitting there, just wagging his tail, just enjoying what's happening right now.
Dart's gonna be like, wake me when he's done. I'm
I'm
still trying to recover a little bit.
He shows a cool magical power, and so you expect he's gonna do something cool, and then he just dumps out a bunch of coins and slowly starts counting.
Jolene is just going to float there and watch intently until he is done counting. He is not going to risk messing with his count.
Just letting no one possibly make him lose count.
Exactly.
We get that scene with the moon going over, then the sun, then the moon, then the sun, then the moon.
And then it just cuts back and it goes the da 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 da, and it just goes 927, 928, 929. Sun moon. 1,000.
I mean, hypothetically, if he was counting about 1 every 10 seconds, it'd take about 2.5 hours or so to actually
Yeah, no,
count.
it only actually takes maybe an hour. But the joke was funny. But it does only actually take him 45 minutes to an hour for him to properly count out all the coins.
This just reminds me of a skit I saw very recently on YouTube of paying with coins in a store.
Oh no!
Especially when they bought a $150 item.
I have had at my retail job somebody pay $20 with nickels and dimes. It is not fun.
When I was a bagger, the bank hated all baggers because we'd bring all our ones to them and they'd have to count them out one by one.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Bippin is going to take the gold bar that is, again, like fairly big. At least in comparison to your guys' perspective. Pick it up, put it into the bag that he has that shouldn't really fit it that easily, and then slowly start to put coins back in. That is not from the pile that is now yours.
Argus is just stacking up coins from our pile into big little towers.
Yeah. If you wanted him to, he would have been splitting it up into even piles for each of you.
Right. Jet's just kind of looking at the massive pile. Well, the massive group of stacks of coins. And kind of nudges at Dart to wake him up. He's done. And I guess we kind of have something that we need to decide as a group here. Like, do we want to split this all evenly between us all? Or do we want to have like a group fund for buying supplies with, and then everybody gets a cut of stuff? Or I kind of feel like having a group fund for supplies would probably be the best option, so we can make sure that everybody's got, sufficient supplies, and then they can just spend their personal stuff on whatever.
I agree that sounds like a pretty good idea.
How about we focus on getting our supplies first, and then we can divvy up the rest for individual purposes later.
Thank you, Mr. Bippin.
Fair enough. Yes, thank you. And I mean, Jet's the one that packed it away, so he's gonna just go ahead and gather up the coins, and then.
Are you sure you're not swimming in that?
So Argus is going to very noticeably pout when you knock over one of his towers.
He will attempt to restack the tower before trying to scoop it back into his bag. He just kind of glomps all over it with his mouth and then puts it in.
You can have that stack.
And then he just scoops the rest in with his paws.
Yeah. It's like bulging your bag, quite a bit, but you are able to, shove it all in there.
Alright, so, let's find somewhere to get some supplies then. What would you suggest, Pippin or Shade?
General store generally has good things.
Right. Jet's just kind of backing away slowly. Thank you. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thank you. Shade, get us away.
Bippin's gonna do a small little wave with one of his legs as he slowly begins to walk to the next house.
I just imagine Jet's trying to walk, but the bag's just holding him in place, so he's walking in place.
Moonwalk.
He's encumbered. He cannot move.
Shady's just gonna be grinning and looking over at Jet like, I'm just glad that some of you actually have to deal with him and not just me. I was the only one there for an entire week, getting all of the puns. Suffer.
I like Bippin's puns.
I think Bippin's quite charming, darling. Quite a sense of humor.
I
All
think
right,
they're
but-
neat.
But in all seriousness, the general store does actually have a lot of good travel supplies.
So where's this general store? It should be generally around here, right?
I was about to say that.
There's a smug grin on Azareth.
Is
From
there
the
a
pun.
pebble nearby Taldarius?
There is.
Perfect. Jet's launching it at Azareth.
Can Azareth try to deflect it?
So in order for Jet to hit you, he'd have to make a... It's a pebble, so... That would still count as a... Would it be ranged or marksman?
He's
Or no, you're using a
using
move,
his
though.
move.
Yeah, so ranged. Because you're using a move for it. So he'll have to make a ranged attack against your physical evasion. I think it would be. Unless you made it special. Did you make it special?
Who?
For Jet. You're using the move, so what's the move?
I don't know why, but that spot is blank.
Decide, then.
we'll we're gonna go with physical.
Physical. Alright, make a body expertise range check, and as for Azareth, what is your PI? Or PEV, sorry, PEV.
My
Oh, right,
PEV
physical
is
is body. Okay, in that case, it would be special.
Alright, what is your SEV?
it's a 2.
SEV is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Jet needs to get a 2 or higher on this roll to hit you with it. You could take a dodge maneuver in order to make it a 3.
No, he's gonna bonk it off his head crest.
Well,
What type is the move?
special? Oh,
No,
the typing, rock.
Alright, in that case, 2, exactly what you needed. Do you actually want to, like, hurt him with it, or is it just more to, like water bottle squirt him?
Water bottle squirt.
Alright, no need to roll damage then. As you have been hit by rock.
Wow.
Jet just kind of
Rude.
whistles innocently, walking by.
Hey, when did Jet learn to whistle?
I am not sure.
Is he whistling rock and roll?
Let's rock and roll. All I know is the happy jingle jingle, and Azareth goes back to jingling jingling.
Hey, before you forget about what happened there, Azareth, if you make another pun like that, I am going to do something that you are not going to like.
He's gonna punish you.
But, fine.
So long as you understand.
I got away with it.
The tambourine doesn't sound happy anymore.
Non-happy tambourine noises.
Non-happy tambourine noises. It's not pleasant to listen to.
Happy dino noises.
Alright, and Shane's going to lead you over to the general store, which is a little bit closer to the way that you came into town, as like basically it's on the other side of town. The general store is closer. Basically, it's closer to Starlight. Because that's where most of the traffic would be coming to and from.
Oh, I thought the general store would generally be near the storage.
Are you saying that in character?
Yes. And I'm immediately hiding behind Dart.
Shade is going to just look over at Argus and go, if you do something like that again, I'm going to burn that stick.
Not my stick! That's just the cruel and unusual punishment.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll make Amos pretty happy if I ask him to burn it.
It will not, because I will be pelting you both with rocks.
I'll just do it while you're asleep then.
I am never sleeping
Come on
again.
now, you two. Oh, no need for that.
I'm not going to be inflicted by those puns again.
I don't really blame you, but still, no need to go and be too harsh.
I mean, alright. I'm just giving him a warning.
Jolene's gonna lean down and with close to Shade and just say, very quietly, I really wouldn't blame you if you did it, darling, but I don't want to hear him cry. So please. And then
Shade is just gonna, like, sigh and keep moving. As you guys make it to the general store. It is currently open.
That's good. If it was closed, we'd be out of luck.
Jolene is going to start heading into the general store, waiting for the others to also follow, looking around as she enters.
Jed, are you okay? You look like you're actually about to pass out.
I'm fine.
There's just a 2-inch trench following where he was.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy that, but
You know, I suppose I probably should have tried using my stuff to make it lighter.
Or maybe split it into everyone's backs?
yeah, or let me just do you have like a strap to your bag, or is it more like just kind of like slung over that you're using?
Great question.
All the art has straps on it.
I am literally pulling up the art to verify. Okay, it's a strap that goes over the back and around the front of his chest. Here, I will.
Okay, so it can, like, you know, fairly easily get, like, you know, pulled off of him if it needs to be, right?
I sent
Like,
in
up and down his
Starlight.
head.
And yes.
Alright. Shade is just going to try and, like, grab it and pick it up. Just, you know.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know how good
Yeah.
Shade is, but Jet's
Let's
only
make an
got one
athletics
body.
check.
Jet's got one body and no athletics.
Yeah, Shade has 4 body and 1 athletics, even though he's emaciated. And 2 forceful. So, yeah, he got as many successes as, like, you probably have score, so... Shade is, even though he's, like, you know, an emaciated little bead, is going to, like, not without, like, effort, but, like, without a lot of the struggle, like, that Jet is having, like, pick it up. Like, from where it's, like, probably, like, sagging and, like, causing Jet to have to, like, walk while leaning. Just kind of, like, grab it and pick it up a bit.
Maybe we should get one of those cool bags Pippin had.
Those are expensive as hell.
Actually, I like that idea. How expensive are we talking, anyways?
Yeah, because we have 1,000.
Well... as far as I remember, you could get them for around... 200-300, depending?
Oh!
I mean, so, yeah, you guys could get a couple, but I don't think you got enough to get it for everyone here.
Well, yeah, but if we can... Like, does it only hold money, or...?
Oh, no, it could hold a bunch of stuff. I mean, yeah, didn't you just see him, like, shove the whole bar in there? I mean...
Could we fit a pogo in it?
Easy now, Argus.
Don't think that that would quite work out well for you.
But
Oh.
could we fit our supplies in there?
Oh, yeah, I mean, probably.
Jet's kind of looking over at Dart. I think that might actually, like, if we get one of them to keep as the party supply bag, that actually might be a really good idea. Just
Yeah.
in
It's
case
gonna
we have
put my
to...
pogo out of business.
The problem with it is that it doesn't, like, when you put stuff in there, it's a little bit lighter, but it still weighs. So, if you shove a bunch of stuff in there, you better make sure that you're actually able to carry the damn thing.
Oh, so it still has the same weight?
It reduces it partially.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't weigh as much as it should. It's just, you know, it doesn't, like, have no weight.
Pippin just carries a tree on his back, so he doesn't notice.
Well, he doesn't have the tree anymore right now, but, you know, yeah.
So it's a good idea. We'll just still need the little pogos.
Yes!
Well, I was just thinking if we maybe get a couple, then we could have have it split between have the supplies split just in case something happens to the pulgos or the wagon or something, and we need to run.
I guess the better question is, would they even sell them here?
That's true. Well, only one way to find out. And Jet goes in.
Alright.
Dart's going to ask Shay before entering. It's like, the better question to be before going in blindly, what are they called?
Oh, yeah, they're called Wonder Bags.
Wow, that's...
I mean, there's a couple different versions around, but they're all just called Wonder Bags.
What? Never mind.
That's gonna say something, and then doesn't. Because sad tambourine noises.
Argus was about to say something, and then clutches his stick tightly.
You're learning. So, yeah, as Jet, you go inside, you see that it is actually a rather nicely kept shop. It looks like it wasn't hit by the slicing rain, and, well, it also looks like the merchandise is pretty much all still there.
Hello? Also, didn't Jolene go in first?
Yep. She
Oh, okay.
had been waiting for some, the others before she went in too far, but she was looking around and seeing what all they've got. And,
that is entirely fair.
yeah.
So Vector is just kind of wandering and maybe just kind of just curious about all the things.
Yep. Looks like the shop currently has no one behind the desk, but there are all manner of things here. From travel supplies, general goods, tools, all just a bunch of things that are generally pretty useful. There's a food section, although there is more travel-based supplies in the travel section. There's a couple of maps, various things like that.
Jolene is going to. She's going there. So there's nobody behind the counter that we can see. You said.
Nope. There is a bell, but there is no one behind the counter.
That was the next thing I was gonna ask. She's gonna go up and just kind of ding the bell. We'll see if she can get someone's attention.
After about a minute or two, you see a door in the back open, and something that is how to best describe it. It's got a very sandy dirt skin tone, but the very interesting thing is that it has a skull for a head. It just kind of looks at you.
Oh my goodness. Is this a... You said it has a skull for a head, kinda... Yep. Is this a marowak?
It is. It's about 3 feet tall.
Man, I heard this and I'm like, wait, is it a cubone or a marowak? And I'm like, it has to be a marowak, right? Anyway, Jolene's gonna look back to where the others are, kind of get an eye on where everybody is, and then just turn back and say, hey, excuse me, darling. We're needing to get some supplies for travel, and I just figured it might be best for us to ask for help, so we know what we might need. Sorry to bother you if it's a bother.
Jet was already looking over the traveling supplies area. I assume it's labeled.
Yeah, well, it's also fairly it's generally pretty organized. Yeah, it's generally pretty organized. The Merrick is just going to kind of use its bone to point out the travel section.
Jolene, having only glanced at where everybody was and not at anything, just goes, oh, thank you, darling. Float over. Huh. I didn't realize everything was labeled. So obvious. She's going to you said there's maps, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of maps.
There's already in the map section.
Yep.
Argus is just gonna look around at all the knickknacks, the fun things.
Yeah, because Jolene's first thoughts are check maps, check for if there are any... Well, I guess bigger bags wouldn't be necessarily the right way, but any bags that look like they might be better than the ones we've currently got. And some general, needed supplies.
All right. As for the maps, because that seems to be the most general interest item here right now, anyone who is looking at the maps may make me either a mind and survival check or a mind and appraisal check.
Just
mind, logic, survival.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It's going to be mind no matter what, but you may make either a survival or appraisal check, obviously with an expertise.
For what?
If you're looking at the maps.
Oh, okay.
Jet's
more-
story. You'll find it.
Jet's more looking at the supplies rather than the
What else?
maps themselves.
3.
1, 2, 3.
That's actually a 4 because the 10 counts for 2.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say no. Ask to not be looking at the maps technically, since
Oh, do 10s explode on everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not technically everything, but for general rolls, yes.
Oh, okay.
If you get your critical range reduced, then it will no longer crit.
Okay.
So that would be a 2.
Yeah. That was going with appraisal.
All right, appraisal. So Dart was survival, Jolene was appraisal. So as for Dart, the maps look like they could actually be pretty useful. They label out some nearby landmarks. Actually goes into a little bit of depth about some of the Starlight and its nearby satellite towns, and even has a basically labels for what direction to go into. There are currently 3 that are labeled on how to get out of Starlight and to the other nearby closest towns, which are labeled, but they're in 3 various directions of north, west, and east. I can give you the names if you want, or, you can just take the information as it is.
I mean, if you have the names there, I will take them.
So the one to the north is called Onryx, Onryx. The one to the west is called Greenflower. And the one to the east is called... scroll down a little bit for that one. The one to the east is called Holbeck.
Spell that out one, please.
Holbeck. Holbeck.
Thank you.
It also labels that if you go south enough from Starlight, you do get to a body of water of some kind. It isn't labeled, it's just, there on the map. There is a satellite town that is, along that body of water. Just to be clear about it. It looks like there are various satellite towns that are not really labeled, but just more that are plotted out. And have it has a little legend where it just labels it as outlying Starlight towns. Because it shows Starlight itself, and then it shows its little outlying areas.
Dart's gonna kind of glance over and be like, we definitely need to get this. And probably a means to know which direction we're going.
Yep. And for Jolene, because you have a more you had a more appraisal focused look on this, you would know that the maps are not exactly of the highest quality, but they do appear to at least be pretty consistent with one another, even though they've been obviously hand drawn.
Okay. Jolene is going to nod and say, I agree, darling. We definitely should get something to let us know which way we're going. I'll let you decide which of the maps you want to get, but they all seem pretty consistent. She's gonna start looking around and back to where Jet was in the travel supplies but she's not going to head that way just yet. She wants to look a little closer at some of the maps, just trying to memorize some things in case something happens.
All right. In that case, if you want to memorize it, go ahead and roll me an academics check to try and commit it to memory. Mind, expertise, academics.
Okay. Oh, I don't have a rank in academics, and I thought I did. Oh, mind. We'll use mind, logic, and then don't have a thing for academics, so I have to hope that.
The dice favor you pretty heavily there, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that while it may be a little bit less accurate as time goes on, you would have a pretty good general sense of this.
Very good. That is exactly what she's just wanting, just to have a general sense of basically how to get where she might need to go, or with in a pinch.
Yeah.
During their upcoming travel. So.
All right. As for general supplies, there are things such as, the general travel supplies, sorry. There are things such as tents, bedrolls, various different, cooking gear, survival kits, medical kits, as well as a fair few berries that are included there.
Jet's been looking over those supplies while they were looking at the maps and such.
Yeah.
Kind of calculating out. Probably while they were still looking at the maps, I didn't want to interrupt him, but he would have called out, how many days was it to Starlight?
Uh, 2 to 3. Azrith calls from another aisle.
Thank you. Okay, so add on another. At least we're gonna need. Yeah. And he just kind of is mumbling to himself, pulling out some of the. I'm assuming they've got like trail ration things, daily.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so he'll be pulling those out, kind of stacking them to the side for how many, stuff for the whole party, and then he's like, right, we've got more, so he adds more. And I'm hoping it's all labeled on pricing, even if he doesn't really quite understand all the breakdown for things, so...
Yeah. You don't really understand, the value if this is good price, bad price, but they are fairly clearly labeled. Yeah.
Yeah. He does already have a large... We do already have a large amount of blankets and pillows. Enough for everybody, at least if they're willing to share. Those tents definitely look nice, but we also have the wagon. But yeah, he's basically looking through everything there, trying to figure out what exactly would be good and what wouldn't, and making a pile of stuff that he thinks would be good for us. In particular, it would be 5 days worth of rations each person.
All right. Are you going to go for high, medium, or low quality travel rations?
What's the price on each?
Low quality is a single copper for a meal. As you might imagine, it is actually probably pretty bad, but it is dirt cheap. A medium quality one is 1 silver. And a high quality one is more around 5 silver.
Can you see what's in them?
Yes. So, if you look at the lowest quality, it is... best way to put it is that it is slightly salted hardtack. It technically counts for a meal. It is neither enjoyable nor tasty, but if you need a meal and you're tight on change, it's definitely a choice that you can get. The more medium quality one has, like, you know, more easily, like, non-perishable, but, like, fairly, like, tasty and, like, a little bit of a balanced meal. Where it's, again, probably not, like, the highest quality, but, you know, it's travel rations, so... and then the high quality starts to include things like, you know, salted or spiced meats, and other generally, like, much higher quality ingredients.
He's gonna call Shade over and just kind of quietly whisper to him. How much is a silver, and how much is a copper, and...
Alright, you know what? I'm just going to keep this pretty simple for you. You could get an apple for a copper. Like, you know, for, like, part of a meal. If you want like a full good meal, it's generally like 2-3 silver. And if you want to stay at an inn, it's about 5 silver. Gold is like... what's the word for it? It's 10 to 1. So 10 silver makes a gold, 10 copper makes a silver.
Ah, that's what I needed to know.
Yeah, one of those gold coins could buy you 100 apples, technically. But, you know, assuming they had that.
That's a lot of food.
It is.
Problem is that apples kind of spoil pretty fast, so...
But these don't... at least it looks like these wouldn't spoil much.
Nah, these are the kind of things that you can leave for a while and they'll still be good. Well, I mean, I guess technically good. I mean, I tried one of those things one time. He's going to point to one of, like, the low-quality travel rations. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have ate it in there, but I feel like I might have gotten more nutrition licking dirt.
Yeah, I've already passed on those.
I mean, hey, look, they got their place. They're cheap as hell, so...
Yeah, we do have a lot of money.
Oh, it's gonna dry up quickly.
Yeah. Dart.
Dart's gonna acknowledge from the map section, yes?
Could you, come here for a sec?
Give me one moment here. Dart's... Remind me the differences between the maps, because Dart's, like, trying to decide which one to take.
Yeah, so it's mostly copies of the same map. The only real differences, like, in the maps is that, there are some that are obviously, like, of a higher care and quality, and some that are of, like, you know, a little bit lower, and the prices vary based on that. The higher quality ones generally have a couple more interesting landmarks labeled.
Say no
on
more.
it.
More information, that's the one that Dart wants.
It generally just has, like, more landmarks, things like that. So...
Dart's taking the more detailed one.
Yep. Notably, if you get the most detailed one, there are the little towns, the little satellite towns that are labeled, still don't have names, but they'll have, like, little symbols next to them.
That's the one Dart wants, that's the one Dart takes, and he walks it over to the thing that where Jet's at. The aisle.
Yep, it is the travel section. specifically next to the ration supplies.
So, I kind of want to... Actually, I guess I kind of figured it out.
So you called me over here for...
Well, I was debating if we wanted to go for these higher quality ones or if we wanted to get the medium. I don't think we're going to bother with that low stuff. But actually, I think might be a good idea to get a couple for each of us of these high quality ones. Just kind of, we've been through a lot. So
Treat
a little
ourselves.
treat. And then otherwise we got the mediums for if we need them. What do you think? I want to get I want to get 5 days worth of this stuff for each of us.
How much is this?
Oh, right. So 10 copper is a gold. No, sorry. 10 copper is a silver, and 10 silver is a gold.
Okay, so how much are the supplies, I mean?
The high quality is 5 silver each, and then the medium is 1 silver. That was the price, right? Arius?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we get a high quality for each of us and then 5 days worth of medium quality? Basically a gold for each person for the journey back to Starlight? It's 4 or 5 days, but we'll have an extra day or two of supplies and we can treat ourselves one night.
Well, it's
Yeah.
only 4 or 5 if things start going, like, fallaciously wrong. Which, given what you said, might happen, but it's only, like, 2 or 3. You take the actual, normal paths.
A gold each would be like 11 gold.
No, it wouldn't. What?
Well,
What math are you using for that? I really want
Well,
to know.
there's 8 of us, and then Doc and Ethan and Blaze.
I don't think Ethan is really eating. He's kind of busy having been stabbed.
He needs to eat so we can recover.
Yeah, I think we'll go with the, what was Dart's suggestion again?
1 high quality, 5 days worth of medium quality, so basically 1 gold
Yeah.
for each person that we're buying for.
Sounds good.
Jolene, who is at this point kind of floated over her proper, is gonna kind of say, "Well, darling, I won't need any of the really high quality stuff. Might be best to save a little bit. I'm fine with just getting the
Jet's shaking his
regular-
head.
Hmm,
No,
Well,
you've
if-
put in a lot of work just like the rest of us and deserve the treat too.
Well, guess I won't argue too much. Just worry that if we spend too much, we might regret it. Nothing wrong with a little
Yeah.
treat, I suppose.
Now,
Besides,
we will also need some other supplies. God, the word is
Yes.
escaping me right now, but we have this very nice map that I do want to get. No negotiations. But we'll need a means to navigate. What was that, Victor?
Vector's looking for tools. Is there any tools there?
Yep,
Like that?
there was a tool section, yes.
Argus is immediately running over to the tool section.
Vector's already bolting down there.
You may run over in there.
All right, what are you looking for in the tools section?
He's just looking around.
Oh, what you
Argus
got?
wants a tool belt with tools.
There would be a tool belt, yes.
Does it come with tools in it, or do I need to get tools for it?
You would actually need to get tools for it. It is
Would-
literally just a tool belt.
I
Would
do
there-
have 5 unrolled tools, and one of the pool goes, so we don't know what tools they are, but I have 5.
Huh?
I guess do they have a compass?
I was just about to say something like that.
It
How about this? Azarus is holding a compass, inspecting it. There.
They would, in fact, have compasses. It's still in the tool section, but it's relatively like close to the travel, so that way it's kind of like near both.
Mhm. I was also about to say, if they don't have a compass, do they have a sextant?
what?
Saxon.
A sextant. A
Sextant.
sextant.
Huh?
A device for measuring distance via the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Hi?
Yeah,
used
the astral
for-
dragon
Yeah.
doesn't know that?
Yeah,
It
No!
is used for
it's-
nautical
yeah.
track, or
It's
It's
not-
it's used for
yeah.
nautical navigation.
I
Yeah.
don't use tools. I use magic.
It's if you've ever watched anything where they're on ships, it's that thing with the. It
It's-
looks almost like a protractor.
Yeah, it's like a protractor with a telescope, with a small telescope on the side of it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's the thing that like they move to a certain thing and then they walk it a bit as well.
Hmm.
Funny enough,
But,
I
yeah,
think they're still in
compass-
use sometimes
Yeah.
to this day.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
useful.
It's
Yeah,
an
they're super
ancient-
Made by
useful.
fishermen, yeah.
It is an absolutely ancient device, and yet still very useful.
But I was about to say as well, it's also, do they have rope?
They do have rope. They have a lot of rope. What kind of rope would you like?
Well, what
The
rope
ropey
did they?
kind.
Well, what rope did they got?
I gotta say real quick, I am so happy you guys are looking at practical stuff.
Tool belts are practical? Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Vector.
Oh.
New belts are practical.
I mean, the belt. I mean, more. Hey, more
Belts are
storage,
actually
the better.
kind of practical, though. It's
They
just less
are
general.
unless you don't. They are unless you don't actually have tools to put on said tool belt.
But we do have tools. We have 5 tools that we don't know what they are.
All right. I feel like Zim is just thanking God that like you're actually grabbing useful shit because he's used to how I run my games.
Do they have wheels?
Well, I'm just
Well-
for
It's more I was expecting Argus to run over and literally just grab one of everything without having any idea what any of them do, and then we'd have to have a discussion of, no, we don't even know what those do. We don't know. We don't have a reason to get it. Let's conserve our money.
Yeah, let's conserve our money for the restoration project totally coming up.
Oh, hey, someone thought of it.
Uh-huh.
But I also want to also see if there's also anything equivalent to like a small like bandages or anything like that as well, or anything.
They're in the travel. They do have medical supplies.
Okay, yeah, like we're
Also generally near to the travel thing, but like you know.
okay. I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, unless Azareth is gonna get the compass, I'm gonna get rope and I'm gonna get medical supplies.
Argus is going to look at crafting supplies. Like
I don't-
hammers, nails, tool belt.
I just more trying to figure out what a compass really is and what it does. All I know is it just points in a certain direction. And maybe get sidetracked when metallic things are close. What?
All right,
there-
Why is this always pointing towards me?
Wait,
Actually,
is
it would
that
more likely be
true?
pointing towards Argus because he is a magnetic meteorite.
he does.
Okay, Taldaris, which way is the compass currently pointing if Azris is holding it in his paw?
It is in fact working perfectly, perfectly fine. It is pointing in the direction that it should be. However, if
Straight
Argus
at
does
Argus.
stray, if Argus as Argus gets closer, it does kind of veer towards Argus a bit at times.
Like, huh? Argus storms through the aisle. Huh? Huh?
I am true north.
Up, hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Why is this?
Headset 479 raided my stream with 12 viewers.
Headset! Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I didn't follow you before. Okay. Sorry. Anyways. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for that raid. You guys have come into the middle of our Starlight New Dawn campaign, one of our Pokemon campaigns. We've got many other streamers here. You guys can all go check them all out. Let me do that. A link there. There you all go. And, yeah, lots of other streamers in this group. Welcome in, everybody. Settle in, enjoy the show. And also, we've got Whiskers here doing some art as well. Oh yes, headset. It's a great campaign.
Yeah.
I think Az was just gonna take the compass because he doesn't know what else to get after being sad tambourine.
All right, you now have the compass with you.
Yeah, I know you were asking what kind of rope. Like I was actually what kind of rope do you have, or that they have?
Ah, yes. So there are a couple of different types of rope. One of which is just appears to be almost vine-like in how it looks. It's got another which just appears to be a completely normal-ass looking rope. One that looks to be extremely thin, almost like it's made out of some sort of silk.
Oh,
And they also have in the rope section a set of chains.
huh. Hmm. Can I ask Can I ask if there's any difference between some of the ropes, or if
You could-
or any details?
You could try to ask, or you could try and appraise it to try and actually tell the difference yourself.
I'll see if I could. I'll see if I can appraise it. So let me.
I feel like at least one of you is going to hard max appraise after this at some point. Just I want to be able to tell what things are.
Are there any wagon repair kits?
Not specifically wagon repair kits, no.
Okay, wheel repair kits.
You know. There isn't really anything dedicated to wheel repair, but I'm sure that there is a couple of construction replies, so you could try and put something together.
Okay. I might want to grab that in case we hit a snag.
Hmm. Oh, do I need to roll anything for the appraisal? Or is it just
Yeah, you have to roll mind, then an expertise, and appraise.
appraise? Oh, okay.
It's appraisal. It's in the right column under knowledge.
Yep, I see it. Oh,
0, but it's not a botch. Would you like to do anything about that roll, or are you gonna keep it?
Oh, I thought I got a 9. Oh, okay, but
Yeah, there's also a 1. Just as
Oh,
a reminder,
right,
people,
right.
you
Gotcha,
guys
right,
do
right,
have
right.
a soul dice that you're able to get per session, depending on your amount of soul. And you can use that to either add another dice or re-roll a dice that rolled a 1. Just to remind you guys of that mechanic.
Oh, per session, right?
Per session, depending on how much soul you have.
Got 2
Soul divided by 2. And then, following math rules. So
Oh,
if you have
okay.
3 or
Got
more,
it.
you'd have 2 soul dice. If you have 5 or more soul, then you'd have 3 soul dice.
Gotcha. So I got. I might go for a reroll.
So a full reroll uses willpower, but the
Oh,
soul
just-
dice
oh,
lets
okay.
you
Just-
reroll a 1.
Or add on another dice.
Yes.
Oh, just add another. Oh, okay.
Like a result of a 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reroll the 1.
Alright. Use that soul. You now have 1 success.
Soul boosts are, use it or lose it per session.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to use mine yet. It's fine.
You think that the vine rope is probably pretty useful for grass types. Makes a fair amount of sense. I mean, you just kind of saw Bippin manipulate wood like that, so yeah, it's probably useful for someone that has that type or has moves of that type. The normal rope is just pretty much a normal rope. The more silky rope is is probably made from some type of bug. And the chain is obviously a chain. They all look like they have various uses, depending on what you want it for, and also what you're capable of.
I see. I think I'm gonna trust my instincts on this one, and I'm gonna go for the regular rope.
All right. There is a fair amount of regular rope that you can get.
How long is one? How much is 1 unit of rope? Do you know how?
Okay, so the rope generally comes in like 50-foot lengths at a time.
Oh, 50 foot. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's I think
It's
that'll be
big bits of rope. What you're able to do is basically there's a section where it's like the whole ass ropes, and then there's sections where like you're like there's basically like it's split into 2, where there's just like the whole ropes that are like guaranteed about 50 feet, and then there's a part where like you're able to basically like pull off a length of it that you need, chop it off, and then make sure that the end doesn't fray.
Oh, okay, got it. So, but the total amount, like, effective is essentially
So there's
50.
like you can buy it in 50-foot lengths bulk, or you can like measure out a length and then cut it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, like, why not? I'll get the 150 foot, and I mean, if we need to, we could the rope, the
All
long
right.
rope.
The 50 feet of rope is a pretty good price. It is 1 gold.
I kind of like bring this over. We kind of like I would say like I would bring the rope towards the group and be like, I think we're gonna need this.
Oh, yes. That's definitely something I was planning to get. Good job.
Yay.
Yep. It is coiled up nicely, and like the ends are bound already, and it doesn't look like it'll fray.
How much?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna let you go ahead.
No, you good. Vector's just like,
No, you
Vector
go.
was like trying to carry the rope.
No, you go. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go.
How much is a tool belt, a hammer, some nails, and a wood saw, and duct tape?
Like the full like total list, or do you want it like itemized?
Yeah, the full list.
All right, so everything together is going to be all right, can you list that off again just so I can make sure that I'm not
Okay, the tool belt, a hammer, some nails, a handsaw, and duct tape.
they do not have duct tape.
Okay, then the first 4.
All right. That would be a total of are you just gonna get like 100 count box of nails?
Yeah, just a box.
Just a box, okay. That would be a grand total of 1 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper.
And do they have any form of glue?
They do have some like sap tar stuff that you're able to use like as an adhesive. They don't have like glue, but there's like have you ever seen I don't know if you've ever seen this, but have you ever seen like pine pitch?
Yes.
Imagine that they have like pine pitch and things like that.
Okay, I'll take a bottle of that.
All right.
And I'll bring all of that over to Jet.
All right.
We need.
The pine tar would add it to 1 gold, 4 silver, 5 copper.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring all of it over to Jet. We need this for repairing things that break.
All right.
Yes. Argus does the little fist bump.
It's very hard to do that considering that you're busy carrying all of this shit with your tiny ass arms.
Loudly drops it all on the ground to do fist pump.
Whoops.
All right. Anyone else have any interest in other items in this store?
Did we ever find that wonder bag?
I was about to say, Dart is gonna start looking around for a wonder bag.
There is a pack section, like a bag section, and there is a label that says Wonder Bag 250, but it is empty. But it is labeled there, and it does have a spot.
Ah, so
Dart's
now
gonna-
to be one of those customers to go up and be like,
Do you have it in the
"Yep,
bag?"
Yes.
Dart's gonna walk up to the front. I guess like pop on the counter just to kind of. I'm assuming the Marowak's gone back inside.
Yep, he closed the door and already went back inside.
Yeah, Dart's gonna like pop himself onto the front counter, just like slightly tap the bell.
Ding! And a couple of seconds later, the Marowak pokes its head back out and just stares at you.
Just out of curiosity, do you have any extra wonder bags? I noticed there was nothing on the shelf.
No leave Wonder Bag. Wonder Bag gets stolen. No steal. Wonder Bag in back. I grab.
Ah, so they do have it in back.
And the Marowak is going to close the door. You hear like the sound of like things like moving, like a bunch of shit is getting moved around in the back. And then the Marowak comes back with 2 wonder bags. One of which is more of like a satchel, where like, you know, it can be easily slung over a shoulder. And the other one is a bag that has straps, so that way it can like go around something and be fastened down. Two types. Both 250.
It's gonna kind of just look at himself. Well, I'm kind of admittedly liking the look of the satchel.
Which one holds more?
I think they hold the same, Argus.
Both hold same. Matter of preference. Two type.
Or if we want to go after Jet's suggestion, we could get both.
More in back. More of each type. Both type as example.
Jet is kind of slowly pushing.
Dart's gonna just gesture for the rest of the peeps to come on over.
Jingle, jingle
Jet-
over.
Jet was already on his way over, kind of doing his best to kind of like shuffle the entire pile towards the counter.
I'm just helping.
Dart's gonna say,
Yeah.
I'd really like to get at least one, partially for myself, but obviously for the group. But I mean, having a second one, not a bad idea for so many of us.
So,
I want.
There.
what exactly? I heard something about two types.
They
type?
Types
Bag.
of wonder bags.
they sell wonder bags here. There are two types. There's that satchel that slings over, and then there's the second one that has straps.
Ooh, I want the one with straps.
I think the straps might be easier to carry. But the satchel could be easier to throw over us if we need to get out of there in a hurry. Which is part of why I was wanting us to grab it, is so at least one, maybe two, so we can put our supplies in there just in case we need to abandon the pool gozer for some reason.
I agree, and they are expensive. They're 250 gold each,
But
but
it'll be worth it.
I agree. I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I could
That's
see
about-
us getting two, and then we'd still have a bit left over after we get our other supplies.
But we could try to use the rest to help Starlight.
This is true.
I definitely agree that I mean, we want to help Starlight, but at the same time, if we are properly supplied, it'll allow us to be able to continue to help them longer. Because, like, yes, we could stash away the funds and not fully supply ourselves, but then we're limited later on what we can do to get more.
And, well, then again, we are kind of the only ones who actually can do that.
I think getting two would be a
and-
good idea, Don.
Yeah, and also that, like, we are indeed lacking in supplies. And who knows when will be the next one, or next time we'll be able to get these supplies.
Well, that is why I got us an extra couple of days worth of rations each, just in case. Thankfully, we do have plenty of blankets and pillows that I grabbed from the house before we left.
Maybe we get one of each type of the wand bags. Then we have the one in case we need to get up and go, and then the other. A little bit of both.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dart's gonna just turn to the Mirak. We'll take one of each, please.
One each. And he's just going to, motion to the ones that are already on the table, on the counter.
Also, Dart is thinking about a notebook and a writing utensil.
Chet's
I'm
actually
also
already
trying-
got one. Well, I mean,
They
the
would
writing
have-
utensil is his claw, but yeah.
They would, in fact, have some.
Argus already has 2.
But Dart doesn't know that. So Dart's gonna Dart's just gonna say to the Mirak, we're just gonna. He's also gonna put the map up on the table. Just be like, gotta look for a few more things. And Dart's gonna look around and probably make his way towards where the books and stuff are.
I was actually just about to say, like, is there books? Because, like,
There is, in fact, a couple of books. It's not really the general stock here. It's there's a couple, but not that many, honestly.
any of them field guides?
Yes, that is one of the few types that they do stock.
Oh, yes. Vector's like happily jumping jumping to look at the books, especially for the field guides.
Do they have
Yep.
a type matchup chart?
No.
Dart's gonna look at the field guides that Vector's looking like. Yeah, actually, I think that'd be very useful.
Yes, I know. Actually, and honestly, I was like, while you guys were gone, I was talking to Miss Simmers, and well, there's a lot of things. I learned a lot of things.
We're loading a lot of stuff every day.
Mm-hmm. Like, for some reason, when I hold this thing they called Compass by Argus, it just points to him. I don't understand.
Maybe it tells you where your friend is.
Points
Or maybe
it
it
of
finds non-puppy types.
non-puppy types, moves over to Jolene, points it at Jolene.
It does nothing except still, kind of because Argus is nearby, mess with it. But it doesn't point towards Jolene, it just keeps veering towards Argus a bit.
Is the Marowak and Shade both staring at them?
Well, the Marowak is just staring at anyone who stays by the counter.
Okay. Couldn't tell if they were overhearing everything going on and just giving a incredulous.
No, I mean Shade's actually around, but he's just kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever. This seems kind of pretty par for the course of this group, so.
I just wanted to figure out if I could see the reactions that they might be getting, because Jolene is just, Jolene's just like, what is this thing? trying to hope that somebody will explain.
Nah, Shade's kind of enjoying himself seeing this, so he's just not explaining anything. You could try asking him if you want, I guess, but.
Yeah, after a moment and hearing this, Jolene's just kind of going to look at Shade and say, "Darling, do you know what is going on with that thing? How it works and how it's supposed to work?"
Little bit. It just kind of checks for something magnet. I got shown how to use one. By Bippin at one point. All you really got to do, it's actually pretty simple. you just take it, and you look at it, and you see where it says north is. And then you look at a map, and then you now know where north is, according to the map, and everything in that direction, so you just kind of use that to get around to wherever you want to go.
Okay. Jolene is brain work. Azareth still like standing next to Jolene with the thing, or did he move back?
No, Azrith hasn't moved yet. He's just staring at it.
Okay. She's gonna like look where it's saying north and where the needle's pointing. And
Yep.
see if it's matching. And then I'm just gonna like look at Azareth and say, Darwin, can I see that for just a moment?
Azrith hands it over to the blob.
The blob is gonna take it and kind of like just go a little ways away from like where Argus would be, like getting out of the range, looking at it, seeing if it keeps pointing to him as she goes in different directions.
It does for like a tiny amount of time, and then like as you get like even just like a good social distance away, it stops pointing, and it goes back to where it should be.
Okay, she's going to make note and then say, Darwin, you said something about magnets?
Yeah, Bippa told me about it. I wasn't paying too much attention. Just, be careful if there's, like,
Okay.
certain Pokemon have abilities that can, like, really mess with it, so.
Well, when we get farther away from Argus, it doesn't point to them anymore, so... Well, maybe Argus has one of those abilities.
Yeah, maybe.
But this is a neat little thing. She's gonna give it back, like, go back and give it back to Azareth. And then also gonna give him a little pat on the head, and then give Argus a little pat on the head, and say, thank you for humoring me, and also, we might want to keep that little device away from you when we are checking the map.
Wait, what? Humor? What did I do? What? I didn't break anything!
Happy jingle noises.
No, darling. As in, I was wanting to test the thing, and it made me... It was what I thought. Something either you or something you've got messes with that little device. Yes. And so when we need to know where we're going, just need to make sure that we move that away from you enough that it does not get messed with.
But I'm not doing anything to it.
No, but did you not hear what Shade said? Maybe you have an ability that messes with it.
I think I just have the ability to cry and hide. And build.
Well, I won't say you don't.
Okay, look, an ability is a different thing than a skill.
Jolene is currently laughing a little, and she's gonna kind of wander off now, or to look at some of the other things she hadn't already looked at, and just see if there's anything that might catch her eye that seems like it might be useful. But she's not particularly looking for anything now. She's just kind of waiting for everybody to be ready to move on.
Argus is going to put his stuff on the table for it to be ready to be bought.
Oh, also that were you able to tell us what field guides they got?
Yeah, so as for the field guides, there are certain interesting ones where it's things like there's a field guide to different berries and their uses. There's a field guide for foraging for some food. There's a field guide for first aid. There are generally like things along that line, where it's generally like survival field guides and like other dangers. There is also a field guide to ruins.
Okay, there's already 2 I want.
I want them all.
You want to think? Let's get them all.
I think we need
Jet
the
would-
field guide of field guides. That way we know which one to pick.
Jet would want them all, but he is too preoccupied trying to make sure supplies are in order.
I do want the first aid one though.
Definitely the first aid, definitely the berries, definitely the foraging, definitely the ruins.
So just yes,
So
so
just
okay, so
all
just all of them. Got
Just
it.
all of them,
Just
and then
list
also
all of
if they have a blank notebook, preferably in blue, and some kind of like writing utensil, Dart would like to grab that too, because notes are important. Take your notes, kids.
Yep, they do have notebooks, and it's in that you know those like school notebooks where it has like the like mottled colored front thing.
Oh yeah, the composition. Yeah.
Yeah, composition notebook. Yeah, they have like composition notebooks.
Grabbing one.
Should we grab 2?
Sure, let's grab 2.
I'm just imagining Dart running down the hall, grabbing a notebook, and Vector running down the hall in the opposite direction, grabbing another notebook from the pile.
But holding 2 books on their packs. Holding 2 field guides on their packs. Between the rock grubs. If anyone remembers that show.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
And that's why it's called Cliffhanger.
Sorry. But yeah, I definitely, yes, I'm definitely, I might grab one as well. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but you know what? I'm gonna use it.
Hey,
Maybe.
you never know when you need to write down your thoughts or observations. We were learning a lot, and we best not be forgetting anything.
And you best not forget.
Just a quick thing, everybody. Please make sure you are reading the chat. Commissions are open. First line art commission tonight is 10% off.
You know, I feel like we are probably going to go to a break soon. So, is there anything else that anyone wants to buy?
Dart was just gonna ask Shade of like, well, we got supplies, we got navigation, we got a little bit of info. From your limited experience, are we potentially missing anything?
I mean, you kind of picked up some medical supplies, but you might want to look into some berries, like fresh ones. The dried ones are okay, but they don't generally last as long. Better for like, you know, extremely long trips. It'll be fine. They last like a couple weeks at a time, so. But I guess no, I mean there's not exactly that much else that you need in order for a trip. I mean, because we're not going to be cooking, so we don't need to like worry about any of that. We're probably just going to sleep in the wagon. So, no, I mean, I don't think that there's anything else in particular we need.
There's one thing that as with make it, but probably debating hard.
Well,
She's
what's
like,
as what's debating?
A stick to use to light on fire for dancing. Well, that's a personal thing. It's probably not something that they should be bought, which is what Azarus is thinking about in his head, alone.
Fire! Do they have fireproof blankets? Blaze doesn't have a blanket. Blaze will get cold at night.
They do have some blankets made for fire types.
I'm gonna grab one of those and put it on my pile.
Oh, hey, actually, just thought about something that we might actually want. I don't think what were they called? Got mentioned that they might be useful in some of the ruins. They're
Some kind of
can't
like
remember the word, like spikes that you drive in and you like attach the rope to it,
would
Climbing
they
gear.
or like the like all that kind of stuff.
The climbing gear.
I don't think it's called a gear.
Azris has no clue what it is.
If you would like to try and see if you can remember, I would accept either a lore or a survival check with mind.
is Dart here for that part of the conversation, or is he still in the aisle?
No, I mean you asked Shade if there was anything else, and then
Oh,
he
sorry.
remember this. Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess I'm gonna attempt mind logic survival. If anyone else wants to join in, please do.
Mind, logic, survival. Oh. Mine. Oh, is it just is it expertise or?
Yep. Basically, because the expertise is more left up to you, I generally like. I don't think to mention it as much.
Oh,
But
okay. Gotcha,
if it
gotcha.
combines, if I don't specify that it's only a like one part check, just throw in a an expertise.
Gotcha.
All right, so Argus has a 0, Dart has a 5, and Vector has a 1. Dart, you would be reminded now, like thinking about it, and like having heard the description of what it should do, is that it is a metal spike, called like a python or a piton, depending on pronunciation. I don't remember the exact one, that you can drive into a wall and attach ropes to in order to keep it extra secure when going down a possible dangerous or sheer cliff face.
Dart's gonna instantly walk to the aisle where the ropes are and just keep an eye out, like, stakes for climbing. Pippins.
Yep.
Kind of a bit lost in thought as his brain's starting to, like, the gears. What was that, Jet?
Meat.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have to be careful, like, when you use pittons, because they will obviously, like, damage the stone that they're driven into, but, hey, it's already kind of a ruin, so...
We're going to be ruining the historical, architecture.
True, but, do you want to get down there or not? But yeah, they would actually have some available at a copper apiece.
Gosh, I don't know how many to get.
Well, they're made of metal, and they are not small. It is an actual, like, spike that is meant to hold weight.
No, get 10.
That'd be a silver.
Let's get 10.
How much is the fire type blanket?
The fire type blanket. Let me pull up my thing. The fire type blanket. There is a thin one that you could get for 5 silver, and a like thick one that you could get for 10. For 1 gold.
I'll grab the thin one and put it on my pile.
All right, that is 5 extra silver for you. So your pile is now what, like 1 gold, 9 silver, 5 copper.
Yep. And I like how I'm pretty sure everyone here is just like, yeah, he's just gonna keep adding things the longer we stay here.
Probably.
Dart's gonna return with the spikes and just also muse. Anything to kind of like light some of those dark caverns because
Torches?
torches, thank you.
I
Oh,
do have
yeah,
my-
wait, shit. You guys can't see in the dark. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that would be super useful.
Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot about that. I don't even have to worry about that. I could just see clear as day.
Lucky.
Shay was not going to remind you that torches exist because he doesn't have to use them.
I mean, Jet isn't too worried about it himself because he's got a lantern on a pole in the wagon, as well as he has his crystal.
But not all of us have fancy crystals that shine when we touch them.
I was able
Well,
to
yeah.
make a torch that one time.
But he wasn't thinking about those because, we've got light that one person could carry for the group. But having individual stuff would be good.
But yeah, there would be not torches that are pre-made, but there is pitch that you can buy that you just kind of stick on the end and it turns it into a torch.
Get a small supply of that too.
Yep. It's not actually in the survival thing. It's actually more in the not quite craftsman, but in general utility. Where it got mentioned a little bit before, but it is the same stuff that Argus got.
This is like a Walmart.
Is somebody keeping track of all the pricing on all of this?
Generally, yes.
1 gold, 9 silver, 5 copper. At least that's what I picked up.
Let's see here. So
It depends how many of those guides that you're going to get, because the guides are 5 gold apiece.
Okay, so we've got...
Yes.
So 4 guides.
The map, he got the best map, so that's 25 right there.
Okay, so 25 map. We've got
20 for the field guides.
Real quick, Argus, what was your stuff?
1 gold, 9 silver, 5 copper.
And then 500 for the wonder bags.
Yep.
For food. Okay,
You
so
spent a gold apiece.
a gold apiece. There's 7 of our group. Plus shade. And then let's see, we've got Doc, Ethan, and Blaze. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody.
That's all.
I mean, 1 gold for the rope. Compass. Oh yeah, compass. Do we have a price for the compass yet?
Well,
11
Sorry.
gold
Sorry.
for the food.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I was making sure I didn't forget anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
And that's 5 days worth of food. One of which is, no. Did we go with?
We went basically 1 gold per person because
Okay, it's 5 days of medium and 1 day of high. Got it.
Correct.
All right, so then we got 25 for the good map. What were the guides?
5 apiece, so 20 total.
5 gold.
Yeah, 5 gold apiece, so 20 gold total.
What were the different types of guides again?
There was a guide to ruins, a guide to foraging, a guide to ruins, a guide to foraging, a guide of berries, and shit, what was the last one?
First aid.
First aid, that was it. Yeah, sorry. I was completely blanking on that.
Alright. Alright, now the compass.
Yes. The compass is a... that was in my tools section, so... compass was 10 gold.
Okay, and then... Let's see, we were also getting rope. How much was that?
1 gold. That was, Emmy's 1 gold purchase.
Also the 2 notebooks and the writing utensils for those notebooks, unless they're already included in it.
They were not. The writing utensils are very cheap. You can get, it's actually 2-pack for copper. So you can either get 1 for each notebook and a spare, or you could just buy a 2-pack and it'll be 1 for each.
I guess just... You on?
Oh, no. I was just saying, so whatever you feel like doing there. Just,
Vector, you just want to just get the 2-pack?
Jet's kind of looking at those and like, actually, I would like one of these too. So maybe 2 2-packs.
2 2-packs, and do you want a notebook as well?
I do have one already, but actually, yeah, let's get another one if they're not too much.
How much are the notebooks?
The notebooks are a grand total of 3 copper apiece. They are not very expensive. But then again, it is also like the composition notebook, so you're not exactly buying like the highest quality.
So you said
3 copper apiece. They are, it's not exactly like you're buying like a proper journal notebook. It's like, it is like basically all they have though.
Gotcha.
They don't really have any high-end good notebooks. It's just more like, oh hey, bunch of paper. Covers. Smush.
Also, the pitch for the torches.
Yeah, okay. So the pitch, depending on how many of it you get, the pitch is 2 silver apiece.
I don't know, you guys want to get 5?
Sounds good. Oh, right. And Jet's gonna run out of the store real quick, come back a moment later with his lantern. Does this just work, or do I need to put something in it?
Who are you showing it to?
Shade and possibly the shopkeeper.
Let's see if Shade knows. Shade is gonna like squint at it a bit, and then this is the one that you had on your wagon, right?
He stored it on the wagon, but he actually found it outside the ruins that were, it was outside the ruins that we found the gold bar in.
Alright. Shade is gonna like look at it, and then poke it a little bit. and then kind of like squint and go, "Oh, hey, this is where the hell did you get this?"
Oh, it was outside some ruins. It was already lit when we found it, and don't know how long it was sitting out there. It was outside a house next to a house that we were staying in.
Oh, okay, because yeah, based on the look and what you just said, this is. Remember that order that I was talking about that doesn't like ghost types? The four ghast guys?
Yes.
This is one of their waymark lanterns. They generally like leave these in ruins and around them, and like basically are able to like they're used to like mark ways in already cleared ruins to let people know like where the safe areas are.
Oh, whoops. Probably should not have taken it then, but
Hey, you said you found it on the ground, so. You did just like find it on the ground, right?
yeah, it was on the ground outside the building.
Oh, like of a ruin, though, right?
Yes.
Ah, you know what? They'll probably show up, check out the ruin, see that there's like a bunch, like a couple that might be inside or not, and then double check and then just put a new one up. I mean, they kind of like tend to like just leave these all over the place, so this has gotta not be the first time that this has happened.
Yeah, except all their people in there were dead. But
Oh, that is probably not a good sign at all.
yeah. Either way, do I need to fill this or?
Oh, yeah, no, you just, yeah, you can just leave it. However, you might want to be a little bit careful and just never phase through it.
Good to know.
They kind of like to booby trap their things for ghost types, because, you know, ghosts in ruins. It'll, from what Bippin mentioned, I think it might just go out forever if you go through it, but it also might have a nastier thing, so let's be careful about that one.
Good to know. I will not attempt to go through it.
I don't know why, like, it seems like it'd be a very niche case that it might happen, but I figured I'd let you know, because otherwise, it's a free permanently on lantern, so.
Cool. Actually, maybe I could get something to kind of attach it to my satchel here better than just kind of lashing a pole to my side.
Well, you might want to keep it away from you in case you have to emergency phase. So maybe the pole's a good thing.
True. Okay, we'll keep it as it is then. It was doing the job.
Yeah, you could probably figure out something eventually.
Okay, so food, these guides, compass, rope. I don't think we'll need tents, but if we need to abandon the wagon,
We're full on abandoning the wagon. Are we really gonna be able to grab out a bunch of tents?
Well, that's the point of the wonder bags. I thought is they would
Oh, yeah,
already be
yeah.
in them and ready to go. We just grab the bags and run.
Yeah, that's true.
Jet over here, doomsday preparing. But to be fair, with the adventure so far, he's got very good reason to.
It's very valid.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Shade is just like, you know, hey, look, I'm not in the room. I'm in a place with windows. I'm not exactly the best off right now, but hey, let's just get through this. I still want to learn how to use my ability at some point.
Welcome to Doomsday Preppers, hosted by Jet.
To be fair, like if we're talking about overall, like, you know, you're gonna have to go like pretty hard to outdo Vayne eventually, but you know, I appreciate the Doomsday prepping. Out of game.
On today's lesson, a bug out bag.
Yeah, bug out bags.
It's like how to prepare for the scenario of a tyrannical cult taking over your town.
It's more likely than you think.
Oh, right. And Jet's going over to the berry section.
Yep.
He's gonna basically look at the pricing on them and potentially grab 2 of each berry.
All right. They don't have a full berry selection available right now because of the fact that it's like, you know, winter. But generally speaking, the more common berries are 5 silver apiece. And that would include things like Aurum berries, lepa berries, persim berries, the basic like gamut of Pecha, Chesto, Cherry, Ross, Asper. I think that's all the
ones that
Yep,
do
that's all
basic
the
heal
main.
conditions.
Yeah. Like all of those are generally about 5 silver. The only one that is not currently in stock is Pecha, because it is currently way too cold for those.
And I'm sure whatever was there has probably been consumed by the town.
Well, it cures poison. They didn't know that there was poison.
True.
It's just that might be a hint about the time period of why they did it and chose this one. No accidental Pecha.
Holy crap, they have so many berries out there.
Yeah, they have a lot.
Yeah, well, this is why I said that they just have like the basics, so that way we don't have to worry about all the fucking rest of the shit and going like.
But I want my Solic Berry.
No. Because then you guys are going to start getting into the half damage berries and the various flavored berries and then the EV berries.
Jacoba Berry. That's the one that does damage to the opponent.
Yeah, Jaboka. As well as the Roak. Jaboka.
Okay, so...
Want to get just like 2 Aurum berries each? At least for the out and about adventurers.
Okay, so, well, first off, I don't think we need Lepa. Considering it restores 10 power points.
It's basically an energy booster in case you're fatigued. Or exhausted, sorry.
Okay, are you saying that in character because Dart was asking the question in character?
Oh.
Because for all we know is about Aurum berries, really. We have not
True.
been explained the other berries yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jet is probably going to pick some up. And yeah, 2 Aurum berries for each person. And then 2 of each of the rest. So that would be...
a lot of fucking berries, but yeah.
Well, Jet knows that the Aurum berries are very good for them. We're getting a book on berries. He'll figure out what they do later.
So you're buying 14 berries for each individual person.
No. Just...
No, 2 Aurum berries for each person, and then just 2 of each of the other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For the entire group. Okay.
Yeah, it's he doesn't know what they do, so he's kind of just picking them up, figuring these are probably useful. He'll figure out what they do later on the road when he gets a chance to sit down with the guide. And, you know.
That will be a total of exactly 25 gold. Exactly 25. Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. I forgot a parenthesis. Ignore me. There's a parenthesis that I forgot.
Well, the orange berries would be 11 gold.
Yeah, that's why I said that there was a slight mistake. Do not the worry.
11, then Pecha, Rost, Asper, Chesto.
No Pecha.
No
No Pecha.
Pecha. So Cherry, Rost, Asper, Chesto, and Pearsum. So that would be 16 gold.
So, yeah.
I'm getting 12.
I'm getting 14. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me... Fuck. I'm just going... Times 2.
Okay, so for the basic berries, we have...
I'm getting a total of 18 gold.
Not counting the orange.
Not counting the orange. Well,
There-
total with orange. But yeah, go. Go.
Okay, so not counting orange. We have cherry, chesto, no pecha, so not
No
counting
pecha.
that. Rost, Aspir, Lepa, and Persim, which would be 6.
Okay, yeah, so not... Okay, yeah.
Which would be 12 gold total for those. Because they're 5 silver apiece, so... Oh wait, no, that would be 6 gold.
Yeah, I was wondering
No,
where
you're-
you got
well, you're
12
buying-
gold.
Yeah.
I'm buying 2 of each.
Yeah, you're buying 2 of each, so that's just 6 gold.
Yeah.
And then plus the Orin makes it 17.
17, yep. I was counting the orange twice once, so yeah.
Hi, Enja.
We're doing math.
Oh yes, Robotonic.
Digi! Yes! We're
Whiskers.
purchasing things.
Whiskers is very good at art. Their commissions are open, actually.
We are purchasing things. They have found a general store, and they had a lot of money to burn, and they are burning a lot of it immediately.
We're not doing restoration.
So in our defense, we basically had nothing to begin with, so we are kind of like...
We're finally
Making
we're
up for it.
making up for it.
Yeah. By the way, why
Also,
is
we're
it
not burning it. I have a fireproof blanket.
True.
We have had a horrible time of things lately, and we've got the money to make things at least hopefully a little less horrible. We're taking advantage of it.
Oh, entirely fair. I'm just more
Um,
poking at the fact that apparently every single time that I have to take over a game, I spend a fair amount just like going, hey, economic catch-up time, guys.
Oh, no joke.
Like, I swear to God. Every time.
Like, in before we now just switch over to, like, stickers and decorative items and pins and stuff. We're going to the freaking dealer's tent of our furry convention.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
So, how much are the tents?
The tents are... Fuck, where's the... Scroll. Scroll. Other section. Okay. Do you want individual tents, or do you want, like, how much, like, a group tent would be?
Let's go with group.
A group tent would be a total of 40 gold.
Jet's kind of just looking at it. One of his
How
paws
much-
goes up to his muzzle, and he's just kind of contemplating.
He is pondering. There is no orb, but he is still pondering.
4-0, RZ.
How much would it fit?
The entire group, including your current NPCs.
This is Argus approved.
Yeah, let's go and get this. I think it would be useful. Group tent. Water! We need something to hold water.
If you are going to look at water skins...
Well, he doesn't know what water skins are.
Well, yeah, like water skin canteen things.
But he's literally saying that out loud, like, you know. Water is important, right? Yeah. Something to hold water. And he's kind of looking around. I'm assuming one of them is literally labeled water skins.
Yep.
Okay, he's going to that and browsing.
All right, there are ones of various sizes, meant for variously sized Pokemon. One that would be about your side are 5 silver apiece, and would hold about a quarter pound of water. You all are fairly small.
So 5 silver?
5 silver per water skin. Yep. Also, yes, Enja. You did, but don't worry because there is still plenty of time for that. This has been mostly a shopping session, so.
Real quick, no worries, Whiskers. Thank you so much for joining tonight. It's always great to have you. Rest well.
It is also partially why I didn't even remind you of it, because I kind of figured that most of this session would be preparation and then finally traveling.
All right, Jet's gonna get 2 water skins each.
Each person.
That seems like a lot.
Well, we also came across a town where the water source was poisoned.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean, people are welcome to stop Jet, but he is literally doomsday preparing right now.
I think we should be fine. We got the basic essentials.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
But what if we have to, go running, or we can't find any more water?
That's a lot of water to carry.
It's a lot of water. It's a lot, and at this point, if we're gonna get more, we're not gonna be able to move with carrying all this stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, all right. I think we've got enough then.
I mean, maybe just
hope.
1 or 2, but we don't need to carry over each one.
Each one carries in terms of weight, multiple pounds worth of water.
So maybe just get 1 or 2.
Shade, how much water do we need each day and such, and with how much these can hold?
Do you mean to live, or do you mean to, be good? Because those are two entirely different numbers, I can tell you that.
Let's get both numbers then.
Alright, in terms of living, so long as you have something that has some form of liquid in it, you'll probably have enough to kind of live. Found that out. If you want to be comfortable with it, you might just, you might probably want to have, like, enough to give you, like, a couple drinks a day, each person. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna get, like, a group thing, you could probably go up a size, and, like, we could use it as, like, a water, like, a centralized water thing. But I'm gonna grab one of those for myself anyways, because, like hell, I'm going to drink from anything that anyone has touched. And I would just kind of recommend that so long as you got some water intake, you'll probably be fine.
I still feel we should have a water skin each.
We're going 2 days travel. We should be fine.
Well, what about future traveling? Or if we get sidetracked or have to get caught by slicing rain again?
To be fair, I don't think that you should probably use the slicing rain as an example for why you should have more water on your person.
Fair point.
We made it this far without this. This is, I think we'll be okay. Yes, I know it was difficult, but still, I think we think we can manage with this. I don't know.
So, one size larger for the whole group?
I
Just
think
one?
that's good.
Yeah.
Alright. How much is that
Maybe,
then?
maybe one of the smaller ones just as a backup.
Alright. The next size up holds half a gallon, and then there's another size above that that holds a full gallon. You are small, so you get the smallest size.
Chet is eyeing the gallon one.
Just like when they say you can only have a spoonful, grabs the big spoon.
God damn it, Jet is thirsty.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
He'll go for the half gallon. How much is it?
Half gallon is just 1 gold. I bet you can't guess what the gallon one costs.
Half a gold.
Jet is getting a 1/4 gallon water skin for himself as well.
Yeah, Shade is picking out one of those for himself as well.
Even
So
if
in terms
it
of
kills
water
him,
skins,
he will carry it.
Currently, we're at 2 golds from water skins.
Able to carry 2 gallon or 1 full gallon of water.
Yep. You're gonna have a tough time convincing Shade to give you water, though.
Oh, I'm not counting shades. Oh wait. Right, Shade is probably gonna need our... I should probably add this to the shopping list because, Shade probably isn't buying his own stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't have money.
Okay. So 3 1/4 gallon water skins. Got it.
Oh, wait, you're getting... Okay. So if you're getting 3 1/4 gallons and 1 half gallon, that is 2.5 gold. So 2 gold, 5 silver.
Because Dart said, the half gallon and 1 quarter gallon, and then Jet wants a quarter gallon for himself, just in case, and then, Shade's getting his own as well.
Yep, alright.
And Jet is currently just frantically looking around everything in the store, like, do we need this? Do we need that? Do we need this? Do we need that? Do we need this? And
God, we are literally just puppies in the toy aisle at like Petco or something.
Not even that! Like, at least there he would be wagging, but no, he is sitting there more panicking, like, is there something I'm forgetting? Do we need this?
Okay, well, puppies in the dog food aisle. Like, do I need this food? Do I need this food? Do I need that treat? Do I need that treat?
Puppies in the toy aisle, but you've been told to stay.
No!
No. It's still not the same feeling! This is literally life or death with him!
Yeah, it's really not the same feeling.
This is, he is scared somebody might die if he doesn't get the right thing here.
Puppies in the toy aisle, but if you choose the wrong toy, you die.
Moving on.
Okay.
I think we got everything. We've spent like an hour and a half shopping. I think we got everything.
I think we're good. I agree. Sorry.
I want to sleep.
Alright, let me calculate our bill.
I feel bad for the poor Marowak. It's like was probably not expecting the bulk buy today, were they?
Oh, the Marowak doesn't care. They're just more vigilantly watching to make sure no one even dares, like, touch the bags before he gets payment for them.
629 gold, 5 silver, and 6 copper.
Alright.
Is like looking at that satchel, that wonder bag satchel, and wagging his tail slightly.
Oh, the straps.
Jet's gonna look over at Shade and kind of like, can I get my bag back?
Oh, yeah, sure, here you go. He's just gonna, like, drop it and it lands with a little bit of a thunk.
Does it leave a crater?
There's now a crater in the floor.
No, there's no crater. It just lands with a thunk.
He's gonna start counting out coins.
1, 2, 3.
Not quite that slow. And he just kind of pushes it over to the Marowak.
The Marowak is going to be digitally watching as you count it out, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's not going to try and cheat the Marowak.
Yep. No, I'm just more like mentioning that that's what the Marowak is doing. So that way he doesn't have to count it on his end either.
True.
And he is going to step from around the counter. Like, are you doing this on his counter, or are you just, like, doing this?
Well, I guess he is
there's
only
like
3 feet tall, so.
Well, there is, like, a little, like, step ladder up to the counter.
Oh, okay. Then he's gonna... He grabs 1 coin, carries it up, goes up the step ladder, drops it on the counter, goes back down, grabs another coin. No, he's doing it on the counter.
Alright. In that case, the Marowak, upon the count being complete, is just going to use, like, his bonus, like, a bit of a leverage item. And, like, carefully start scooping it off of the counter into a bag where it just starts going in.
The change?
Oh, are you jumping, like, all of it? I thought you were, like, counting out the...
Well, no, but
Yeah.
they
We only
have
had gold coins. We didn't have.
Well, yeah, I know.
silver.
I'm saying like he's going to do that in a second. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
because he's taking his payment before he gives you any change.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was that final price again?
629 gold, 5 silver, 6 copper.
So that would be
4 silver, 4 copper back.
Yeah, I was about to say 4 silver, 4 copper. And that is what you shall receive, as you now have your massive fucking pile of supplies.
Argus is immediately putting on his tool belt and putting on the hammer and the nails in one of the pouches and the handsaw. He's very happy.
Jet's kind of looking in his bag at the rather large pile of money left and over at the others. Do we maybe
More than half gone.
Do we maybe want another one of those wonder bags?
I mean, can't hurt.
How much do they reduce the weight of what's inside?
It's a half off reduction.
I'm assuming the other big thing is more the space.
It's more the space, yeah. It acts as like a hammer space. It does do some manner of weight reduction. It's not exactly... That's not its main purpose.
It's mainly so, like, in theory, you could have a satchel as opposed to a rucksack. Is my general understanding of it.
Oh yeah, also, like, you could basically shove, like, however much stuff inside of it as you really need to. So long as you have, like, the ability to carry the weight. And it, will, like, it cuts the weight in half. And, otherwise, it's just about, like, the durability of it is like the price. So, like, you're buying, like, a mid-range durability model, because that's what this guy has. You can get it for 200, but it's not as durable. You can get it for 300, and it's more durable. This guy only has the 250s, though.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I just had this really amusing mental image of just, like, solving the problem of Shade being like, you're too heavy. Just dart halfway in one of these wonder bags, just sticking his head out as Shade's carrying along.
I had the same exact thought.
So, like, we do have enough for another one.
Shouldn't we save some of the money, though? Not spend it all?
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I'm indifferent. Like, it can't hurt to be able to just to separate our supplies out more, make us more robust as a group.
Able to carry it easier as well.
Well, if we end up needing anything down the line, and we don't have the money then what will we do?
True. But considering the cost of things so far, and... I mean, I guess things could be more expensive elsewhere. I don't really know, but... all right.
I can tell you right now, it wasn't even a wonder bag, but a regular bag at Starlight cost me 7 gold.
We'd still
that's about right.
I mean, we'd still have, he pauses for a moment doing mental calculations. About 120 gold left.
Well, still, I think better safe than sorry. We should probably save some of that money.
Alright. He is going to start carefully dividing things out. A lot of the supplies are going into the wonder bags. One of each of these special berries to each wonder bag. He's divvying out the Aurum berries. The food is being split between the two wonder bags. With 2 days worth of the mediums to each person. And basically, yeah, Jet's just kind of divvying things out.
Alright, the only thing that Shade's actually going to, like, really take from you is the 2 Aurum berries, which he looks very nervous about, and the water skin that he already, like, has. He is not accepting your food.
Well, there was a day worth of rations bought for him anyways.
We're gonna have to write this all down later.
Mm-hmm.
I have it all written down.
Perfect. Dart's taking the satchel one in the bag.
I guess Jet will strap on the other one.
Argus is happy with his tool.
Jet, you are partially incorporeal and are struggling so much. Why do you keep trying to pick up the heavy things?
And Vector was expressing interest in the straps.
Oh, wait, is there only 2? There's
There's only
two.
two underbags right now.
Oh, okay. I mean, if Jet wants it, I mean, I could probably wait. But...
No, just let's try to help. Here.
Wait, you sure? You don't have to. I mean, I'm fine with my regular bag for now.
Well, Shade's right. I'm not the strongest. And I suppose if I suddenly go phasing around, I'd probably wind up dropping it anyways, and that would not be good. Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Shopkeep.
The Marowak just, like, pokes his head up again.
I've been told about stuff that is specially made for ghosts, like stuff that can phase with me. Do you have anything like that?
Ghost rare type, not stock. Go Tailor. Tailor has fabric.
Oh, okay. Shade, do you
Can
know where
make
that is?
I haven't really needed to get one, but I think I got an idea of it. You looking for, like, clothes though? Because I don't know if he, like, understood you, because he basically just said, like, if you want clothes, go to the tailor.
Well, I wanted a bag that could phase with me, if it's not too much.
We gotta get Jet one of those puppy costumes with the booties.
Absolutely not.
I don't know if the tailor's gonna have all of that. They might have leather that you can use for it, though. Or, like, maybe you could... I mean, I don't think they'll have anything in stock. You may just want to put a hold on that and get, like, a proper custom order from, like, a blacksmith or a leather worker or something.
Yeah, I probably will. But doesn't hurt to take a look and see what they've got. If there's one in town.
Shade will go to where he thinks that he saw a tailor thing once, and it is, in fact, a tailor. Takes a little bit of searching to find it, but, you know. You guys aren't exactly in the largest rush. And there be, you know, fabrics, some clothes. Various bits and baubles that you could get.
He will go in and kind of go up to the counter. Is there someone behind this one, or are they in the back?
No, there is actually someone. There is actually someone behind this one.
Okay, cool. Do you have anything that like a bag that can phase with me. I guess I'm a ghost type.
All right. The shopkeep is a Weavile. And it's going to look down at you and go, well, for clothes I do. Do you... it looks like you're... Does your neckerchief already do that? I suppose I could get you a neckerchief that... You know.
No, it doesn't. So that would be nice.
Well, I could get you a neckerchief for that.
How much?
Depends what you want the neckerchief to do.
He tilts his head.
Are you wearing your guild badge currently?
I know he took it off at one point, but I am going to let the dice decide if he put it back on. He did put it back on.
He did put it back on. Well, I mean, you got a guild badge there, and those look like, you know, standard handout neckerchiefs. They help protect you a little bit, but like, you know, that's considered like, you know, pretty nice, but well, you can get neckerchiefs that do a fair amount of things. So if you want a little bit of a something special.
I don't really want to spend too much money on this. I just want something that can phase with me, mostly.
So just like, you know, basic starter thing, but it can phase with you. Gotcha.
I don't like spending money on myself anyway, so yeah.
Do you know which version of the neckerchief you have?
He had physical integrity.
Yeah. It was more like in character, if...
I don't think it was explained to them in character.
It probably was not, but they don't know.
Yeah. I was more saying that, like, am I remembering that right, or did we have it explained? I don't think so. So, yeah.
No, you have not.
I don't really know what that means. Somebody just kind of left these for my friends and I.
Oh, well, okay. Let me just... And the Weavile's gonna reach over and, like, with its claws, like, you know, like, poke and prod a tiny bit at the fabric and, like, closely inspect it. And go, you got the physical kind. Cool. I could get you one of those... you just want it that phases with you... that'll run you just only about 20 gold, so... I can get that for you. I can even get it to you in a color if you want.
Can I get a discount for trading in this one?
You know what? Sure, I'll knock it half off.
He looks over at the rest kind of uncertainly.
Pause up.
Pause up.
Little nod.
Alright, let's do it. How about orange?
Orange. You want orange? Sure. Any pattern?
He kind of looks at the fabric and points at basically the one that's on his neck on the icon.
Yep, that's about what I figured. And, the Cheryl's gonna work actually, like, really quick, like, basically able to, like, use their claws to, like, cut and manipulate the strips of fabric in a pretty fast way, and, you are given a neckerchief. And your old one is summarily taken.
Well, thank you. He gives a small happy wag.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you know, you kind of paid me to do it, so...
Well,
It's
true,
kind of how it works.
True, but still. Alright, subtracted that gold. Well, either way, still, thank you, and, yeah, we'll be on our way, thank you. Unless, I mean, I guess, does anybody else want something while we're here?
I'm pretty
Hard to
good.
think.
A Neko Chief that makes me immortal and not take damage?
Don't have that, kid, sorry. A little bit out of stock on that one, sorry. Can't help you.
Dang it, worth a shot.
The Weavile looks very amused, though.
What about a neckerchief that makes bread appear like the bread wand?
Don't have anything for that either, kid. I generally have stat change neckerchiefs. I don't have whatever you think I have, judging by what you're asking.
So, we are at
Okay, fair enough.
We are at the end of our session time.
Ah, okay.
Do we want to keep going or wrap up or?
Wrap up,
Wrap up, please.
Okay.
Hey,
Argus is half asleep.
Okay. So I guess without further ado, we just kind of head out.
All right. You're gonna be preparing to head out of town, or just
Yeah. But
All right. I guess yeah, we can have that happen. And if you guys want to find any NPCs to have said goodbye to, you could have done that.
Miss Shimmers, Bippin.
And so on.
yeah.
Thank everyone for their help and wish us luck as we see how Starlight has fared.
yeah.
We probably
Yeah.
should let the snake know that we found Jet.
Someone remembered.
Just right
Huh?
before we leave.
Yeah, hope, and I
Sorry,
do.
too tired. Sorry.
Yeah, and I do hope that we get to see you all again.
We'll take care of our goodbyes next time and see if anybody actually remembers to do that next week.
See if anyone remembers to tell Raphael.
But thank you everybody for joining us today for Starlight New Dawn. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around. And of course, coming by and hanging out. I am trying my best to push for partner this year, so I need your guys' help to do that. So make sure you share the stream, bring in your friends, and so on and so forth. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cuties.
You're all cute.